Re, 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 re. I'm your man for me, re. Even where you have, also where you have. Re, 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 re. I'm your man for my re. Even where you have, Otag mona ya have, la nure, la reina, la nure, 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 la nure, oh la reina. Okbani make hewe. Okbani make leru, beni make mwawe, beni make hode, la reina, la nure, la nure, la nure, la nure, oh la reina, re, 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 re. Your man from my way, Iwe ya hewa, Otagbona ya hewa, re, 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 re. Your man from my way, Iwe ya hewa, Idu ya hewa. Yahuwah, let the spirit and the bride say, come.
Amen. Yes, Abba Yahuwah, please come. We want to see you, our Father. We just want to see you the way you are, like you said in Revelation 22, that we will see you face to face. And that is our earnest prayer. For you are our very desire. You are all we long for. You are our success, our prosperity. You are all and all in our life. Please come. And our King, Yahushua HaMashiach, we just want to see you the way you are. Our King's Redeemer, Yahushua, our Savior, who loves us more than anything of this world. Please come. We want to see you the way you are. We really, really want to see you face to face. Abba, please grant our desire, our prayer, our expectation, our longing. Let it be granted unto us by your powerful right hand of redemption, of salvation. In your mighty name, Abba. Amen and amen. All right, now, family. We want to open another face. We want to open to another page. We want to open to another, chapter of this journey Abba Yahuwah put you and I through almost this 6 weeks now or so. Yeah, we have been dealing with the Islamic paradise, Islamic kingdom. Okay, so we want to also do it now in another dimension, but still in the circle or in the table of the contest, we are still there. But we want to take it further, a little bit further. Okay, prior to their having, it is 72 virgins per 1 man, and that 1 man will be giving a strength of 100 men. That is to say, 1 man equals to 100 men in Allah's paradise, okay? And again, 72 virgins equals to times 2. Because they said when that first set of 72 virgins, when they are coming to meet the very God, okay, whom Allah bestowed his favor upon, that one will also come along with another 72 virgins. Okay, for a start, it could exceed that. Okay, so why am I talking like this? Why are we preparing to look into this very kingdom that is so strange? Why? Now the question, the answer to the question is this. If you are a constant follower, I keep digging into this very paradise of a thing because it's very strange to me. Why should everything that has to do with this very religion here on earth, also in paradise, has to do with woman reward? That is the only reward there. I have never heard Islam or Muslim talks about, mansions and the diamond house, golden streets, light. I've never heard. In fact, they said Allah won't even be with them in their department in paradise. Okay, where they're gonna be banging. Allah won't be found there. I know Allah is the originator of this, definitely. Okay, now let's give it to them the way what they says. If Allah is not in their circle, is that what they call paradise? I'm going to be illustrating. Today, I'm going to take it somehow. But I don't want you to see because I know this topic is a very sensitive topic to the unlearned one, not me, okay? Because I know Abba Yahweh created sex. I know he created penis and vagina. He did that, okay? But for a holy use. So I'm going to be talking in that aspect. That is how I wanted to that is how I wanted to see it. Our relationship as a husband and wife, deep affection, well connected, very covenanted when we are doing that holy service, sex. That is how Abba Yahweh also picture his relationship with us. You see, when a man you really loved, sold your soul to, in love, genuine love, when that such a man, husband, okay, I don't have no business with perverted one, or that is the one Islam can offer, okay, but here I'm talking about holy one. Everything that has to do with penis and vagina is holy ones, okay. Now, when you are really courting that intimacy, okay, that eternal enjoyment with the very man you loved so dearly, and also turning the other way around with the very woman you love so dearly in marital affair, okay? Can you see, or can you really remember how strong the passion is, the affection is, the connection is, the bond is? Can you really, anticipate that? Can you, look into that? Exactly how Abba Yahweh wants his relationship to be with us. That is to say, a man and a woman that really found, that is so tired, that really found each other deeply in love, sold in love when having this sexual intercourse. It is simply extraordinary. The sweetness, nothing in this world to be compared with it. The man is so deep in connection, affection with the woman, and likewise the woman. Exactly the relationship Abba Yahweh wants with his elect, not the perverted way of Allah, because Allah is gonna enter you as a man, your anus. Allah is already entering you as a man in your anus, and is also already entering you as a woman, regardless married or not married, child. Allah don't just care. But Abba Yahuwah designed this holy service to illustrate how he wants you to worship him. How he wants his worship, or you worshiping him, how he wants you to feel it. Like that kind of sexual intercourse with the very woman you are sold, rather with the very wife you have sold into soul tie. Because Abba Yahuwah gave sex to illustrate his relationship, how he wants it to be. Let me tell you, sex is forever more than what you know. A lot of people know sex for these two categories. Yes, number one, for pleasure. Pleasure, okay? Excuse me, pleasure, yeah. I always made the mistake. Pleasure. And number two, procreation. And you think that is the glory of sex. And you think sex just end in these two bus stops. No, sex is forever greater than what you know. It's the most biggest in heaven and most biggest here on earth. Sex it is simply worship. So we'll go deeper into it. So that's I quickly want to chip in this, because with some people it's very sensitive. It's a very high talk. Why are you bringing God into sex? Come on now. Except you are not the image of God. If you are his image, know ye that, because this same God have a biological son here on earth, the very one we call our Messiah. It wasn't birthed spiritually. It was done physically. See me, see you. He was in the belly 9 months. It goes through the natural process. Okay? He went through the natural process. When this homosexual, this LGBT community, man to man, when they desire a child, they still goes to the woman. They still go to the woman. Woman still help to carry their seed. Woman still help to fix it for them. Exactly, that is the original plan of Abba Yahuwah. In like man, Abba Yahuwah, when he also need help of procreation, he also come to the woman. He also planted seed in the womb of the woman. In 9 months' time, we see she brought forth a male child, just like every other one. And that male child have a penis. He have 2 testicles. He was strange. He was just like every other man. 8 days, he went for circumcision, like every other one. On earth, it was so. And this same very Messiah, you and I know, here on earth, also said, I and my Father, we are one. That is to say, if you see me, you see the Father. He said, when you see me, you see the Father. So this is a holy talk of a holy one. When we're talking about sex, channel it way back to heaven, that it came from there. Some people will see it as a tabulicious or a taboo or abomination or strange or you are addressing heaven in a very, futile way. Not at all. It's a holy food. I have already done that message. The very time, that was 8 years back, when I was teaching through alphabets. I would take alphabets. I use it to teach. I will break it one after the other. I also did likewise to this says alphabet. It's just 3. So I done that message. Oh, when I listened to some part of it, I started laughing. I burst into laughing at myself. Hey, my English was so unbelievable. If you listen to my 8 years, 9 years ago message, and you return back to listen to this current one, you will see how far Abba Yahuwah has already brought me. You will see how far Abba Yahuwah has brought me. You will see how far Abba Yahuwah has indeed imparted, in me. Oh my Abba, when I listen to even pronounce past tense, I will say, oh my Father, to pronounce. I begin to laugh at myself. I still take, when I'm taking singular, I pronounce singular as a multiple. That is, if I want to pronounce something of oh my Abba, that is 2 or 3, I still take it as one singular. Past tense, I still pronounce it as the right now present. Oh my Abba, not English. It was oh my Father. I said, what? So you were the one talking like this. I was still so vibrant, still so on my top of my voice, but the pronunciation, it's so good as well. Oh my Father. If I want to pronounce past tense, I say take it as present times. Oh my Abba. Anyways, 10 years to come now. You see this level I am, it will be local, uneducated. So 10 years to come, I bet what will take me even more far, more higher. So that is what that is practice. Practice always make us perfect. All this PhD holder, okay, bachelor's degree holder, that starts from somewhere. It also took them practice, okay? It took them practice before they got there. Anyways, I quickly want to chip that in. So what am I saying? What brings about this? Oh yes, because I listened when I was preparing to do this message. I went back 8 years ago to my message 8 years ago, and I began to listen to it. So I break it into 3 parts, like the 3 alphabets: X, E, Ox. Okay. So when I treated it, the message was so unbelievable. I say, really powerful. It is from part 1 way to part 4, because I treat the first alphabet in like says X, excuse me, in part 1. Then part 2, I treat the both alphabet E and Ox in part 2. Then part 3, we were also having another message from inside message, point 1 way to point 7. Okay, so the point 7, I treated it in part 1 and 2, but they all together, they are part 4. They are all 4 parts, okay? But the very sex alphabet is in 1 and 2, and 3 and 4 is the points that came out from it, the use of it, how one needs to take this holy food. So that was 8 years ago. It's on my Facebook, and it's also on my YouTube. Let me call out the title in case you are interested. You want to see what was that. So this is it. You see, 2018, April 15th, 2018. And mind you, I did it first of all on Facebook before I now begin to upload it on YouTube. By then, because my YouTube, first of all, when I opened it, I was ashamed to upload my message there. I said, because YouTube has to deal with professional speakers, intellectual people, well educated, well taught. Okay, not me. I'm just managing, once illiterate, trying to fit into the society where we found ourselves. Okay, so I'm not raised to that level. So somehow I was ashamed of my English, the way I talk. So I hide under Facebook, because if you can see, Facebook is like kind of a street market, anything but anything go there. But YouTube, professional those days, 14 years back, because I entered YouTube 2012 or so, or 11, no 12, either 11 or 12. Okay, so I see professionals. I said no, I made the con, they laugh me. Me that doesn't know how to speak English, no. So I limited myself to that extent. I wasn't putting my message on YouTube. So until that 8 years ago, I said, okay, now maybe I can talk a little bit English. Okay, I can read a little bit straightforward. Okay, let me try to be doing. So all my message on YouTube, on Facebook could be, I think I started Facebook could be 16. I started doing message on Facebook. That should be 2016 or 2017 or so. One of these. It could be 2016 ND. I think so, or early 2017. So all those messages, and I begin to, upload it one after the other. The one I did 2016, 2017. So, and I said, okay, who cares? Made them laugh like concern me. So this time, I don't send any longer. So that is why this one was 2018, because I think I did this message 2017. So the title is here. Don't overlaugh me. You can laugh because some was funny unto me. And me that even spoke the English. When I listen, I say, what? I couldn't even pronounce multiple. No, that is to say, when you want to take a plural, you pronounce it. Okay, let him, be so. I will still be taking past tense. I will pronounce it like right now. Oh my, about all those English. Not be smart, But thank you, Abba Yahuwah. Because indeed I can see, when I look back to my old self, I can see how far you have brought me. And it's also good for a testimony. Yes, it's really good for a testimony. To see where Abba Yahuwah took me from. It's taking me one step. It's taking me step after, step by step. All right now, it's okay. All right now, so let me call out the title in case you are interested. Okay, the mystery of sex is let your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Okay, it has part 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, I think everything ended at 4. Let our will be done here on earth as it is in heaven. So this is my YouTube in case you are interested. Because some of my YouTube followers, I think they are Christians, okay? Because I'm sorry for Jesus, all of them, the pack of, but who cares? I don't really care now. Do I send? But the Facebook, they are responding. I can see Facebook really want to know. What is this talk? Okay, this is my, okay. Well, what is this talk? What is this talk all about? So they want to know what is the meaning of this talk. So I really want to know. But for the YouTube, almost all of them get offended. I said, man, I just pack off. I don't really send you now, okay? I'm not also out for you. I'm out for the elect. It's just few. The day one sinner repent, heaven rejoice. Why the angel begin to celebrate? That's what we are here for. Because Yahushua said unto Peter, after you have converted, strengthen thy brethren. Exactly what I'm doing. I once backslid. Yes, once in that covo called Christianity, I was once there. I spent almost 7 years there, 6 years plus or so. So now that I'm out, I need to speak against the false Messiah and their lies. Everything I experienced there was total blasphemous unto Bible. Everything I saw there in that ground, it has nothing absolutely to do with the royal law. But rather, you have everything to do again with the perverted side. Okay, so now let's do what we're here today. Like I quickly want to put this in, like kind of get your heart, your mind prepared, because I'm going to be using some kind of vocabulary. Maybe to you it's not fit, but I know he's fit because Abba Yahuwah himself created this very wonderful body, organ. Okay, organ. We are about to look into penis and vagina. Now, why is Allah so much into penis and vagina? Why Allah is so much sold into this very most precious organ Abba Yahuwah himself created for his own worship? It says it's worship. Let our will be done on earth as it is in heaven. So let's take it a little forward. No, I've not yet called the title. Okay. Let's call the title. Then I will just play 1 or 2 videos. All right. Okay. When I break the alphabet, what X stood for, what E stood for, and what the last alphabet Ox stood for. Okay, like the S, it goes for, sex. S-E, ox, okay? X, the very first one, spiritual, sacred, sweet, smelly savor. That is the secret, says Carrie. That is the duty. Oh, Abi, what created me? Jehovah created me. This temple is meant for a huge honor unto heaven. Spiritual. Sex is spiritual. Sacred is holy. Sweet is so sweet. Smelly savor. You see the perfume. The perfume. No fragrance on earth. No perfume on earth. Smell wonderful than that of sex. Holy one. Then the E. What is that for? What did it stood for? Effectual enjoyment eternal. This is very effective. Nothing can quench it. It is eternal. The enjoyment, not this Abadabidi Muslim is talking about. I knew they knew something about Abba Yahuwah. The very thing you and I don't know. They hold this secret in their hand, but they are teaching it in a very perverted way. So the letter E stood for effectual enjoyment eternal. Sex is forever. Regardless what Allah is doing, it stood forever. Because that bond, oneness, so tight. No other thing can really bond, magnet man and woman together other than sex. You cannot get this deep affection from money, from delicious meal, from properties you acquired, from children, from whatever. You can't. The way says we enrage you in deep affection. In deep affection, he will connect you. He will connect every single dot in your life. Sex will tie together with the very one you have married to. The magnet, the gravity of sexual intercourse, nothing absolutely on earth, no other gravity on earth way more stronger than that of sex. You will know where I'm going. You will definitely know where I'm going. It's eternal. So the last alphabet, what could that be? Remember, the number one is a spiritual sacred. Spiritual sacred, sweet, smelly, savor service. It is a service. That is what the very first alphabet goes for. Go and listen. Just go and listen to this very topic I showed you on my YouTube. Facebook is 8 years or 9 years back. So you can also go down and search it. But not this very Facebook I'm using to upload. I lost that one. I opened this one. So you will see this one in my very first Facebook. I opened this one 2011. I've been on Facebook in 2011 for a very long time. So if you also want to see it on Facebook, this is it. Go for this one. Don't go for the other one. You can't see it here because this one is just new Facebook. I opened about how many years ago? Where is it? This one that I'm using to upload. You can't see it here. No, you can't see it on this one. But you will see it on this one. Princess. You will see it here. Yahuwah. Yeah, you're going to see it here. So if you stroke, just go down. 8 years back or 9 years back, you will see that. But I think Facebook, YouTube will be more easier for you. Anyways, if you are interested, if you are not interested, fine, no problem, okay? I quickly also want to chip this in.
First budget, almost 800 billion.
Shut up. What is going on here? And again, our royal law also talk about spiritual sex, spiritual fornication, spiritual oneness, spiritual deep affection, spiritual connection, spiritual spiritual covenant. Yes. Okay, I was just saying something like about the sex alphabet, the very first one, spiritual, sacred, sweet, smelly, savor, service. First alphabet is second, effectual, very effective, okay? Effectual enjoyment, eternal. That is sex, okay? This is the glory of sex, what it contains. And the very third one, X chromosome or XX. You know, that one is procreation now. Ah, that message was so fired. This one is procreation, okay? This very one is procreation, to procreate. Male, the husband is to determine the sex. If the husband give X, that is to say the woman, we women, we only have just one way. We have two L's or Ox, two. We have two. The male also have two, but their own is different. Y chromosome and X chromosome. But women, we have just Y and Y chromosome. We don't have any other, we only give one. So the man is to determine. When the man gave Ox, then we will also give Ox. That one is going to be a female. So when the man give Y chromosome, still we will also give Ox chromosome. And that is going to be a female child. You see, we women, we have, me now, I have 46 chromosome. 23 chromosome from my papa, 23 chromosome from my mama. That build my DNA strand. Okay, so do every single one. We got this from Adam and his wife, Kawa. Okay, because they first of all brings about this XY chromosome. And why the woman have Ox chromosome. So they first of all bring it. And today the entire world spring from them. Okay. So the last alphabet of this word called sex is simply procreation. Chromosome. XY chromosome or Ox chromosome. That's it. Procreation. Babies. So this is the nature of sex. It's for they will not got 7 points. And go and see the glory of sex. So why is Allah into it? That's what we want to see now. So now, with this being said, we're going to be calling out the title because we are here for this. Hallelujah. Thank you, my Abba. Greetings, family. I still need to do what I ought to do. Greetings, family. Greetings to every one of us. Hope we all are doing great on this wonderful, glorious, lovely, powerful day. Once again, for you and I to circle around YAHUAH'S eternal blessed throne and to just get our soul, spirit, and body filled with YAHUAH'S eternal divine breath. When I say to feed our soul, spirit, and body with YAHUAH'S eternal uncontaminated breath, I simply mean your totality. I simply mean your past, right now, and future. I simply mean everything that has to do with you as a human being. Because the breath of YAHUAH is going to be restoring back today's sanity. It's going to fix those broken walls. It's going to fix back those broken chromosomes. It's going to clean or cleanse, clean those chromosomes or organs polluted by this wicked Allah and wicked PJC. That is what the word of YAHUAH does when it entered into you. It carry out surgery. It is always double-edged sword to renovate, to do that, those, to remove, cut off those things that is not needed in you. And he will establish the very one that is needed. You and I know, YAHUAH also, start from 2 witnesses to establish every single thing, office, department here on earth. We need 2 witnesses. From there started. And we have it. Sex have those 2 witnesses. And YAHUAH have it because he wants us to bear witness for him. Do you know what this word called testicles? Do you know what the meaning of testicles? Do you know how testicle came? Or rather testimony. Do you know where testimony comes from? Do you know where testimony comes from? You can also do your simple found this. It came from this word testicle. Testimony came from testicles. Because you are bearing testimony for that XY chromosome. Like today we are bearing testimony for Adam. Testicles. We came from there. That's what this word testimony came from, testicles, to testify that this is what it is. And Abba Yahuwah have it. You know, Abba Yahuwah created heavens and he also created the earth. I can confidently make it so clear unto you, without no fear in my heart, that Abba Yahuwah, heaven and earth, it is a male and female. That is to say, heaven is masculine, Abba Yahuwah, and the earth is feminine. Have you ever heard these people calling the earth Mother Earth? Mother, they said she is a mother. And the female version, female part of Abba Yahuwah, because we came from him. And the female part, female version of Abba Yahuwah, it is simply earth. Planet, this universe. And the male part of Abba Yahuwah, it is heaven. And today we are bearing testimony for Abba Yahuwah. Abba Yahuwah related so much, only that we are not hearing it. He really related so much. His friendship, relationship, who he is to us through husband and wife. Have you ever wondered when Yahushua keep also using that idiom? Virgin, husband, bridegroom. When he goes to Matthew 25, you're going to see husband, bridegroom, delayed, is coming. Revelation is a husband. In fact, the earth, the new Jerusalem is a wife. Jerusalem is a location, is a people, and is a bride. Revelation 21. And the husband lives in heaven, the masculine. And the husband is coming from heaven to the mother earth, the wife. So Jerusalem is a location, and is a people, and is a wife. Revelation 21 says so. So Yahushua keep ministering unto his, that is, he is trying to communicate with us to understand this is the kind of relationship I'm building. Now, spiritually speaking, not the madness of Allah. Like I said, Muslims knew something about this. Says we don't know. They knew something about it. So we need to strive to know. Because they knew. Because everything in their paradise, sex. Here on earth, sex. What is that? The way we speak against it, they will say we are jealous of them. So I would like to walk our way from here. So before I started playing all this video, I would first of all like to put in this because I forgot. Okay, no, we'll come here. So I forgot to do that. Whereby he said they follow.
Where's the prophecy of Muhammad in the gospel?
Okay, no, this one. There is okay. Let me do my found it. All right, I would like to play this. Let's start walking our way from this very video of Islamics. Okay, let's start walking our way from here.
Islam is about following revelation. Islam is about submitting to
Because
Allah. Allah knows
what
everything.
Allah
He
wants you
sent the
to,
Prophet
or rather Allah wants to do
guidance.
to you, to blind you.
We submit to that, we follow that. If our intellect, our conjecture, our perspective conflicts with that, we know the deficiency is with our own perspective, our own conjecture.
Not with Allah.
Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, and we blindly follow him.
That's what Allah wanted to do.
Get away from the fact that all of us
Because they wanted
are
to be blind.
followers. We have no choice but to be blind followers.
Okay.
Because if somebody said this is Sahih Hadith, how are you going to guarantee 100% it is Sahih? It's not the Prophet didn't say it, another man said it. And Imam Bukhari, rahimahullah, for example, in his compilation, there are 8-9 chains. Imam Bukhari didn't meet them all. He only had to base his judgment on what he heard, hearsay. We've got no choice but to place blind trust.
Blind trust.
Sunnah, there's no proof to say that you have to blindly follow anyone other than the Prophet.
Okay.
For the Messenger of Allah alayhi salatu salam, it is to believe in everything he said and to obey him
To be blind.
blindly. The only person, not we are allowed, we are obliged to follow blindly.
Obliged,
the Messenger of
okay,
Allah.
by Allah.
According to doctors,
Allah said for you to remain with him, you need to be blind. Okay? You must be blind. And exactly what they're going to be preaching unto you on the ground of Sharia law. You have no right to question. You have no right to do your investigation. You have no right to look into or to use your God-given brain. You have no right to exercise your civil right as a human being to question Allah. He said they have already been obliged by Allah, okay, to be blinded. That is to say, if Allah said fall into the pit, you will just fall into it. If Allah said set yourself ablaze, that is exactly what you're going to do. So don't just question Allah. Don't, okay? So we are still exposing their dirty part for you to look into it very well to understand what is standing before you. So I would like to say this before we now look into why we are here today. I would like to present it because, you know, okay, let me present this one first of all, because I put the scriptures. I didn't share. Oh, my, I'm looking for a message. I said, where's my message now? All right, now, no problem. I'm still here. Okay.
Muslims have absolutely no clue.
Okay, so I'll present, or should I call the title? First of all, yeah, for a better understanding, let's do the title first of all. All right, now, family, here we are in the heavenly courtroom of Abba Yahuwah with this powerful message titled for you and me. Snake Allah want to make you sin against your own body, as PJC has done. Do you know the meaning of PJC? Pig, Jesus Christ, okay? Can I do that again, rebroadcast again? Snake Allah wants you, or rather, Snake Allah wants to make you sin against your own body, as PJC has done. Doctrines of devils is spiritual fornication, soul tie demon. Because says nothing is going to be tied you, connecting you to any husband or to any wife other than sex. And that was why Yahushua keep using this very idiom of husband and wife to illustrate how his relationship is with us. Deep affection, deep, very strong connection, a very strong bond, soul tie, a deep covenant, inseparable or impossible to be separated. Let me be using this one. All right. It is a very strong oneness. Okay, have you ever wondered in a Revelation? Okay, Genesis will also come into that. Okay, let me first of all do this, then we'll not proceed. Open your ears. The reason why I'm talking like this, the very one that perverted, that is taking it literally, is almost here. He want to enter into this deep affection sexually. Deep connection, very strong connection. He want to magnet you with that gravity of sexual intercourse with himself. And he want to cut that covenant of oneness, eternal, unbreakable, inseparable with you. And this is the nature of this segment for you to start. I don't know. Can you still recall last week, midst of the week, the message I supposed to do? I lamented. I groaned within my spirit all night long, including in the message. I couldn't hide my frustration. The frustration was just too heavy. The depression was just too much. Prior to what I saw in the night vision. Prior to this kingdom that is almost here, that they are making their, you know, Islam is paving the way already for Allah to surface. Every single thing needed in the kingdom of Allah is already being prepared. Only the victim are not ready. Who are the victim? You, the 28% elect. Why are you not ready? Because on the ground of PJC, the very one you are prostituting your life with, no message has this. They said Jesus want to rapture you. They knew of a sure word that disaster is coming. They knew too well. But they are not preparing you. They are not teaching it. They are not rightly dividing this very event through Yahushua, rather through the perverse way of rapture. Now, all your heart, you prepare for rapture already. Whereby, okay, suddenly now, Allah's kingdoms appear. Where is the rapture? You will be frustrated. You will be confused. You will be so downcast. You will be so distracted because you can't put yourself together. You know, in the face of problem, you don't really know what to do at first. Because nobody pray to have problem. Nobody's praying for problem. No. That is why in most cases when trouble comes, you will be disorganized because you don't know how to navigate your way out. You don't know what to do next. You will just fall down there, depressed, confused, you know, calculating. Your brain is going to be overworking extra job because you did not prepare for that problem. You didn't call for it. But this one is inevitable. You can't outrun this very one. Sharia law, you can't pray your way out. You can't fast your way out. You can't obedient your way out. You must go to Sharia law. The very one YAHUAH has already destined for Sharia law, which is the 28%. You can't pray it out. Come on now. You can't undo it through fasting, whatever, even though you can't because you already been destined. And there's no way you can also get it now accurately before Sharia law. Because you already been prepared for that grant. That is, the mess in you will be cleansed, will be stripped off you in the face of Sharia law. So this very problem that is coming, you can't roll it away. No. No way. And that is why you need to be well informed so that you won't be deformed on the ground of Sharia law. Muslims know something about this sex. We don't know. Muslims knew the gravity of this sex, the magnet in it, the sweetness in it, every department of sex. Muslims knew better than us. Because I don't see no reason. They are just tautology. Every, you know, every of their whatever, it is always sex. If you see the recent one, I also found what is going on. What is going on? What is going on? So I strongly believe they knew something powerfully we don't know about YAHUAH. They knew. Now, so when you get yourself ready, okay, when Allah's kingdom surface, you know what to do already. Why? Because you prep your house already. You know what it is already. You are not naive. You are not deformed. You are well informed and well prepared for this battle. Therefore, you will know what to do in the face of affliction. But when you are not informed, you are just a naive, completely out. Sorry. Before you navigate your way out, before you figure it out, before you put yourself together, the rapist is gonna be so severe. Now listen. Let's call out the title once again. Snake Allah want to make you sin against your own body. As PJC has done, Doctrines of Devil is spiritual fornication, soul tie demon. Because this soul tie demon, this spiritual fornication, is coming at every angle. Everything you know here on earth, when you now channel it back to spiritual world, it is simply sex. Every single thing. The murdering and murderers. Every single thing you know here on earth, in this Allah's kingdom, in this Allah's paradise, it is sex. It is sex. The only way out of that of spiritually speaking, not literal sex, that is the nature of this segment. For you to divorce PJC, that's soul tie demon, because divorcee is legal. Soul tie demon, you can't pray soul tie demon out. You can't fast your way out of soul tie demon. You can't literally do nothing out of it. Only for you to be informed. Yeshua knows the truth, and the truth shall set you free. Do Jesus have anything of his in you? The soul-tied demon, did he have anything? Absolutely anything. Anything. Anything of Jesus is in you, or you are absolutely empty of Jesus. The soul-tied demon. And that is going to be giving legions of demons right-hand possession over you. Soul-tied demon. Now let's call out the title, then we'll do everything. Or rather, we'll first of all look into the other one. Snake Allah want to make you sin against your own body, as PJC has done. Doctrines of devils is spiritual fornication. Soul-tied demon. That's it. So first of all, like the video we played right just now, let me replay it again. Let me replay it again. Let me replay.
Islam is about following revelation.
Because this is the
Islam
kingdom coming.
to Allah.
They want you to be
Allah knows
blind.
everything. He sent the Prophet ﷺ with guidance. So we submit to that, we follow that. If our intellect, our conjecture, our perspective conflicts with that, we know the deficiency is with our own perspective, our own conjecture.
Okay. That is when you see nonsense, you are the problem.
Blindly follow him.
It's not Allah, according to them.
Get away from the fact that all of us are blind followers. We have no choice but to be blind followers.
You have no choice.
If somebody said this is Sahih Hadith, how are you going to guarantee 100% it is Sahih? It's not, the Prophet didn't say it, another man said it. And Imam Bukhari, rahimahullah, for example, in his compilation, there are 8-9 chains. Imam Bukhari didn't meet them all. He only had to base his judgment on what he heard, hearsay. We've got no choice but to place blind trust.
In the Quran and the Sunnah, there's no proof to say that you have to blindly follow anyone other than the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
So there's no proof.
For the Messenger of Allah, alayhi
You
salatu
blindly
wasalam,
following
it
any
is to
other
believe in
one.
everything he said and to obey him blindly.
What's the other one?
The only person, not we are allowed, we are obliged to follow blindly is the Messenger of Allah.
God is not a man.
Okay. So did you just get that? Now let's preset it. Matthew chapter 4 or 15 or so. Where am I going to be starting from? Yeah. Matthew 15:14. Because our books have answer to all this. I'm also coming for you, Islam. There is some traditional write-up that has to do with Rebecca, who was 3 years old when Isaac, which was 40 years old, married to her. Shame on you people. Shame, a big shame on you people. What is going on? I bet you are just women there. Get out of here. A big shame on you people. Why is it a big shame on you people? You see this popular royal law, every one of us carries, okay? Conclude it or justify it all. What you are not getting any preset. If you are not getting any preset at all from the royal law to preset that very extra biblical text, that is to say, it has nothing to do with the royal law. Every other one I'm reading, Book of Yahshua, Book of Enoch, Gospel of Nicodemus, and all those biblical text book, the Book of Jubilees. There is a preset from this popular one we carry to preset it. You see, when I was reading the book of Gospel of Nicodemus, a lot of scriptures. In fact, that message I couldn't even do it the way I should have been doing it because just too much script preset. This traditional that write up from the land of Babylon stated that Rebecca was doing some nonsense calculation, just like what they call it, the Millerite. Okay, William Miller also did calculation and missed it. He like one of these set group of people from Babylon, Mystery Babylon is also here, did that nonsense calculation, and then I said Rebecca was just 3 years. So 3 years can go to the well of water to fetch water. So 3 years can be addressed as a woman. So 3 years can be, you know, draw water from the well and also give to the servant of Abraham and all his camels. 3 years can do all this. So you can also ask a 3 years old a question. Now you are a wife. Are you ready to follow this man to the land of Canaan? And 3 years also say yes, she is willing. Thunder fire all of you. Thunder fire all of you that is saying that nonsense. That Rebecca was 20 years old. She was a woman already. Genesis 24 says so. She was already a woman. The book of YAHUAH'S says so. Now, you know why this one hold no ground? Because the popular royal law we carries has no precept for that. Rather, the precept for that destroys that nonsense argument of Rebecca was 3 years old when Isaac married her. Do you think I'll be what? Thunder fire you. Matthew 18 said, anything, let nothing stand in the ways of children. Let no one offend these little ones that, children. Yahushua is so much, he loved children that he began to place his hand on them, pray for them. There are food for children. Peanuts is not meant for children. You are mad. Now, Quran, I should have been applying the same method to some hadiths you called week 1. They call it some hadiths and say week 1. But for the 72 virgins, it's not week. Because that one is in Quran. When we find some books, some hadiths, Islam said the enemy of Islam were the one who wrote those books. Like that Sex in Paradise, Marketplace. They said that the followers or the disciple of Muhammad, his Paul and his people upon him, we are the one forged those ones. Okay. Assuming this topic is not also in Quran, I wouldn't have been believing that. Assuming this topic, Fatwa said you should be having sexual intercourse with babies, assuming it's not found in the Quran, I should have been believing that. So Quran confirmed every test out there, whether it's strong hadith or weak hadith. I don't really care at this time. I don't really care. Because the authentic source confirmed it. The authentic source said it is so, 72 virgins. So the authentic source give, that confirmation. So it is what is in the Quran. It is what is in Allah's kingdom. Sex, vagina. See the right hand of Allah to take away your sins, vagina. See right hand possession. It is vagina. Here on earth, vagina. In heaven, vagina. So what is that for? In Quran, Muhammad said women are Muslim feed. Just go into your farm, into your feed, and till it anyhow you want it. So this topic is so big. Come on now. If sex is not really precious, treasured by heaven, why should demon corrupt it in this manner? You see, it's hunger. I said it's sex. The hunger. Anyway, let me not go ahead of myself. So Muslim, your Quran validate every single hadith, whether weak one or strong ones. Weak ones or strong ones. Forget about it. What we found in the weak hadiths also found in Quran. If Allah said, in fact, in your Quran, that when Muslim man go and visit, when Muslim man travel after Sharia law, it said at every corner there is a woman for you. At every corner, when a believer in this corner went to go and visit another believers in the other corner, he said there will be sexual intercourse. They will just enjoy themselves. Yes, we know sex is enjoyable, but not on that your own, whatever paradise. No. So now we listen to their, because this is their message. You don't have the right. Who gave you that audacity to question why 72 virgin? What allowed this? A sweet. Now listen. Matthew 15 verses 14. Because they want you to be blind, okay? Let them alone. They be blind leaders of the blind. And if the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into ditch. You're going to fall into pit, okay? Allah is a blind guy. And Muslim that is also propagating his ways are all blind, okay? And that is why we see they are confessing who they are. They say they are blind followers. They are obliged to be blind unto every instruction of Allah. That is to say, you cannot use your civil right to question anything that is, that is confusing in your face. You have no right to question Allah. Just go. Just go the way, just take it the way Allah, said it. That's it. Don't even dare question, because you ought not to do that. Blind followers. Let's also go. Yahushua said Allah is blind, and all his followers are blind, and by so do all of them is going to be falling into the pit suddenly. Now, 2 Corinthians 4:4, in whom the God of this world hath blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Yahushua or Mashiach, who is the image of Yahuwah, should shine unto them. You see, so there is a God. Listen, Allah simply means the God. The God. A phrase of a thing you ought to look into. You must need to look into. That is what Allah means in Arabic. Most of you know I'm not lying. Allah simply means the God. The God. The God of the world. What is his name, and what is his character, and what is his office? What is his, what is it dishing out to people? Blindness. And we just heard that from his disciples, that they are blind followers. He said the God of this world has blinded. The God. Allah simply means the God. Okay? The God. Now let's quickly also chip in this. The God. That's why they are not getting. They are not getting it. They are not really, looking into or getting the. Oh, what am I? There's something I want to say. They don't really know how my Abba. Allah lies. They don't really know how big it is. Let me just put it so. They don't know. That Muslims they don't know, and they don't care to know. They said they are blind. They are just blind. They just follows, with that blind mindset, because Allah said they ought to be blind. So they are blind followers. They're just blind. Now I would like to read this. Quran chapter, Allah is a snake, okay? Chapter 7, verses 99. I want to show you, prior to what we just read, the blind God. Allah simply means the God. Simply put, the God of this world. What is his name? Blinder, to blind you, not to see the true light. And they said they are blind followers. Quran 7:99. Are they then saved from Allah's deception? No one feels safe from Allah's deception, except those that shall perish. Now listen. Allah said, if you don't believe in him, if you don't allowed him to deceive you, definitely you will be the one that is going to be perishing. People, use your common sense. Allah is not yet here. Okay? You can still use your civil rights energy to digest this very saying of Allah, that it is only them that is going to be perishing. They are the one Allah can't deceive. Let me break it down and connect it now with this blindness, madness. This one alone, they should have questioned Allah. What do you mean? That if I don't allow you to deceive me, which means the people you don't allow, that refuse you to deceive, that they are the ones to be perishing. Is it good to be deceived in the first place? Is it a good thing? Do you know how painful it is? How horrible, hilarious it is to find out that you've been deceived? How heartbroken it is? How disappointed it is? When you get to know that what you believe all your life is a lie, you're going to be disappointed. And why is Allah saying the people that refuse me to deceive them, they are the one that is going to be perishing? It doesn't make sense. But it will make sense in this very way. I'm going to channel it to this very connection. I'm going to connect it to. It makes sense in this very manner. That if you refuse to be blind by Allah, if you refuse to be deceived by Allah, how are you going to be refusing it not to be deceived? Question Allah. Don't follow blindly. No way. If this one is not coming clearly, it's like a fog unto you, a fog on your brain or your eye, like a clear TV. Therefore, you have the right to question, what is this for? What is this for? So if you are not questioning whatever you believe, sorry, And the royal law asked us to question him. Abba YAHUAH said, bring your witness. If you want to say what I do is not okay by you, bring your witness. Come, bring that topic. Let's address it. And he said, don't believe all spirit, but what? Test. You need to do some testing. If you are testing, which means you are working diligently. You want to know. You want to really see what you believe. So which God will engage that? Only Allah. Now also in the cave. So I would like to play this because this one was left out from the one I just did. I forgot. This was the video I wanted to be playing about memorizing of scriptures. I forgot it. You know, that is what I just did on the Shabbat. Memorization of the scriptures. I'm supposed to play this video. You see how they are flogging the child. And I wanted to play that one and also play the other guy, Pele on, or Pella, I don't know. So I leave this one out. This should have been my very first video to play. If you don't memorize the royal law, you're going to be memorizing Quran. And Quran is by thunder, by fire. Listen.
لا يحل لك النساء من بعد ولا
because it's not reciting it the way Allah only understand Arabic. Allah don't speak any. What is going on here? I hope he's not talking about this. Oh, I'm coming. Hey. All right. So Allah only understand Arabic language. Allah don't understand any other language. That is why you must memorize Quran in Arabic. You can't memorize it in English or in your dialect in every other language you understood. You can't. Only in Arabic. That is to say, you need to go to Arabic school. But ours is not so. Memorize it in your Edo language, in your Yoruba language, in your Hausa language, in your Igbo language, in your Yoruba language, any language, in your Italian language, in your Netherlands language, German language, English language, whatever language. Memorize. Because Abba YAHUAH understood all languages. But Allah not so. Only in Arabic. This is a child. He is not Arab. Obviously, he's not Arab. From his nation, he's not Arab. So now you see that we are flogging him. So this is how difficult it is to memorize Quran in Arabic, not in English, because Allah don't understand any other language, only Arabic. Allah understood. So let's play it. And I will tell you where this came from. Muhammad, first impression matters a lot. Muhammad in the cave, when the angel they call Jibril, sent by Allah to come and teach Muhammad how to memorize Quran and recite it. He strangled him 3 whole times. Almost killed him, almost ended his life. That is how violent that demon is. And we see that spirit of whatever, what is it? Aggressive, that established Quran. We see that spirit warfare everywhere. Okay, if you don't memorize Quran, they can kill you for that reason, because the demon that brought about Quran almost killed Muhammad. He couldn't even understand that Muhammad was illiterate. He didn't go to school. He was a critical illiterate. But the demon was forcing him. And you don't know how to speak Arab. Okay, you didn't go to Arab school. I don't just care. You must recite in Arabic. You must memorize in Arabic. This clip I just missed. It pains me too much. But no problem. Yes, weeping. This is the spirit of Allah. In Quran memorization. How can this child be doing all this? They will flog him again. You see the whip.
I used to believe that because I was not opportuned to learn the Quran as a child is the reason why I don't know how to recite the Quran in Arabic form. But from this video, I just realized that even as a child, if I was given a big opportunity, just like this boy, I will not still learn the Quran, because the movement it comes with this pain and torture, someone like me.
Not someone like everybody.
I will run to my house and never come back.
Yes.
I will run to my house because I believe
that energy
God
will
is
disappear.
Love. Like God is love.
Allah is love.
Why do we have to pass through pain to know how to read the Quran? Or
okay.
Like, are you expecting the boy
to
recite the Quran the way you are?
But Muhammad passed through death.
Because he's using his voice. He's a child.
But Muhammad passed through a lot. That demon almost killed it. Let's play it one more time.
لا يحل لك النساء من بعد ولا
I used to believe that because I was not opportuned to learn the Quran as a child is the reason why I don't know how to recite the Quran in Arabic form. But from this video, I just realized that even as a child, if I was given a big opportunity, just like this boy, I will not still learn the Quran, because the movement it comes with this pain and tortured, someone like me, I will run to my house and never come back. I will run to my house because I believe that God is love. Like
Allah is
God
love.
is love.
I don't know what is going on here.
Why do we have to pass through pain to know how to read the Quran? Or
Nice.
are you expecting the boy to recite the Quran the way you are reciting it? Like to use your own voice? Because he's using his voice. He's a child.
All right. So let's quickly look into how Muhammad recited the first Quran memorization. All right. I'm in search of where I kept this brief history about Muhammad. I'm not but I'll be reading it over here. Okay, I think I found it here. Yes, okay, I found it. All right, let's just confirm the spirit of Quran memorization. This is a brief history about Muhammad. May his pool and his peace be upon him in Yahweh's mighty name. So he saw this vision, I think 610 AD, okay, after everything is already established in our law, new and old and new, confirmed. Then this demon has started seeing it. So this is first time he received his own in Mecca. Okay, in the year 610, that is 610 AD, Muhammad was in a cave on a religious retreat. And something, okay, yeah. When it was the night on which Allah honored him with his mission and showed mercy on his servants thereby, Jibreel brought him the command of Allah. Now Jibreel is the one who holds the Quran, and he want Muhammad to read and memorize it. He came to me. I want to narrate it now. Jibreel brought the commandment of Allah. He came to me, said, the apostle of Allah, while I was asleep, with a coverlet of blanket, whereon was some written, and said, read. I said, what shall I read? He pressed me with it so tight that I thought it was death. Then he let me go and said, read. I said, what shall I read? He pressed me with it again so that I thought it was death. Then he let me go and said, read. I said, what shall I read? He pressed me with it the third time, so that I thought it was death, and said, read. Now is the fourth time. I said, what shall I read? And this I said only to deliver myself from him, lest he should do the same to me again. Are you getting it? So this is the spirit of Quran memorization. If you don't, they will strangle you. It's in their character, is everywhere. So now I want to do
Here's a video
our
of a Muslim
Bible now.
imam telling Muslims
Our
that
message
it's
now.
basically okay for them to murder and rape children as long as they pray to Allah, because Allah loves those more who pray to Him, who rape children, who are thieves, who lie, who do all of these things, than the people who don't do any of those things, but also don't pray to Allah. Take a look at what he has to say.
So right, good or bad? Bad. How about the murderer? How about the one who commits adultery, zina? What about the one who rapes a child? What about the one who drinks alcohol? Good or bad? This person, one person that commits all of these sins, he commits all of these sins on a daily basis.
Every day.
But he prays is better in the eyes of Allah than the one that doesn't commit any of these sins but doesn't pray.
Yeah, so not only is it that...
So this is the kingdom coming. Just eye opener. This is the kingdom coming. All right, now, so I will play this demo.
Every time you have sex with anyone, you've inherited the loins.
Yes, somebody is going to be raping you
Sex is expensive.
because they want you to inherit
You inherit their demons.
all the nonsense in Allah.
All the persons they've ever slept with.
Mm-hmm.
And their demons. Everything is transferred. Have you ever bought a new phone?
Okay.
You want to transfer your data and all the memory or whatever that you have in the old phone
Okay.
into the new?
Mm-hmm.
That's what sex does. Once you have sex with anyone, you will in fact, everything that person carries. If that person had slept with 20 people, you will carry the data of that generation. The curses. That's why the moment you slept with that woman, your business start going down. The moment you slept with that man, your ministry.
China is too spiritual, but though Allah is going to be doing it physical, but it's already in progress spiritual.
When you know the severity of sexual intercourse, you won't enter that thing.
Okay.
You marry. And if you don't have a husband or wife, you take a padlock. Pam.
Chain it up. Are you doing that spiritual? Are you chaining your spiritual body also?
Because
are you chaining your spiritual body also?
to urinate.
Your private part, is it protected spiritual?
Period. Your cleansing of a woman. Then for sex when you're married.
One demon is using it for his own glory, spiritual, okay? Allah and Jesus, that's what they are doing. But Allah is coming to do it physically because you know,
for pleasure. Sex is for bonding.
Okay.
But it happens to come with a little slight few minutes or few seconds of pleasure.
Physically. For the price to pay.
And then sex is also for procreation. It's never for pleasure.
No, it's for pleasure. It's for pleasure.
You
pleasure.
bond with your spouse through sex. Sex bond is it's
for pleasure is the number one. Procreation number two. What are you saying? Well, yeah.
You share DNA.
Correct.
You share exploits.
Correct.
She prays. She increases in the spirit.
Correct.
She has sex. You share in that connection.
Correct. It's powerful.
It's a connection.
Sex is so powerful.
It's a holy thing. It's holy, holy, holy.
Correct.
Sex is not a casual commitment.
At all.
If you have sex casually, you'll be a casualty of disease, affliction, confusion, depression, mental setback.
Channel all this is spiritual to your eternity.
Demonic afflictions.
Okay.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Because the Bible talk about spiritual fornication.
It's terrible. So I pray for you tonight that you'll be sensitive in the spirit. You'll be victorious in the spirit.
You can't pray your way out. It's only for you to know the truth. That is Jesus. No, Jesus, where they bambaguna for spiritual. I beg women and go sit down in the name of Jesus. As you are talking now, Jesus is bambanging this man Enos. That is what says does, because it's the most powerful weapon, connection, magnet that is going to stick you together, eternal. I will spill a lot of things here today, except Abayewa see my mouth, because me, I'm seeing a lot of things. Anyways, you just heard him. You heard him. So let's proceed. Because this is Christian. Okay, so I also want us to, prior to the title, let me call it again. Snake Allah wants to make you sin against your own body. The only sin on this planet Earth, this whole universe, YAHUAH said, is going to contaminate your totality. It's not robbing, it's not lying, it's not murdering case, it's not any of those wicked sin. Which one? Sex. Why sex is this elevated? Why sex is this big? Why sex is so tall? Why? So when you fornicate, you sinned against your own body, and your body said, I have but one law. Are we ready to hear the law of your body? Are we ready to dive into this law of your body? You must look into both spiritual and physical. I'm not talking about just physical one. I'm tiny because the royal law talk about spiritual fornication. What is bringing that spiritual fornication? What is bringing it into reality? Why spiritual fornication? What is making you one with who is having sexual intercourse with you, physical, spiritual? What I'm saying is that you see there that is sexy you spiritually, they are already almost here to come and do it to you physically. Which is all, they are almost here. You see there, they don't talk about spiritual madness. They talk about see me, see you. Their fatwa talk about having sexual intercourse with babies. We heard from the imam the other day that who won't tell me. He said he can even handle his 6-month-old baby infant to Muhammad for bambangi. For bambangi. These are people that is lusty for power, want to be connected to be the son-in-law of Prophet Muhammad. So what about if Isa come? He's going to be offering a day-old baby unto Prophet Isa for bambagi in order for him to be called the son-in-law of Prophet Isa. Is this? Prophet Isa is going to be his own son-in-law. People want to be connected to power because Prophet Isa, aka Jesus, is a big name in Islam. It's not a joke. Mahadin is a big name in Islam. It's not a joke. Women is going to be rushing into these two personal, in fact, including Allah. Allah is also coming. Into these 3 personnel, they are big name. Going to be giving it to people directly. So let me call out the title, then we proceed. Snake Allah want to make you sin against your own body, as Jesus Christ has done. Doctrines of devil is spiritual fornication, soul tie, demon. Now let's go to doctrines of devils. Because YAHUAH illustrated his own relationship unto us through husband and wife worship, fellowshipping. I don't want to, let's just first of all do this demonic doctrines. There is a doctrine of devils about to fly in your face, already flying. Have you ever come to that? What is the devil have doctrine and is pushing it out already? Now listen. 1 Timothy 4:1. Now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the later times some shall depart from their faith, giving heed to seduce the spirits. Have you ever fall or been in this situation whereby a woman will be crushing on you or you'll be crushing a woman? It's a spirit. Seducing. Do you know what seducing is? Let me tell you. It is not always the woman you see. It is not always your crush. That woman or that man might not be your crush. But this seducing spirit already in you, he's going to be so attractive. He's going to draw that man or woman attention onto you that you're not going to be seeing that man or woman as every other person is seeing it normally. You're going to be so drawn. You're going to be so attached. Connection, magnet. You're going to be so connected with that man. That is seduction. And that is what is called, seducing spirit. Take it down to spiritual. Jesus is the most beautiful, whatever you ever know. Is the most powerful. Let me take that again. Now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the later times some shall depart from their faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils. Devil have doctrines, and they are pushing it out already. So how are they pushing out their doctrine? Through seduction. This is the spiritual fornication. Through seduction. How? Let me play. You see how Allah is seducing men of Islam, 72 virgins, perpetual, virgin, and your penis is a wood iron forever. And don't worry, I will give you the ability of 100 men. That is seduction. You see Christians that want to rapture, another seduction. Seduce you to believe their doctrine. Spiritual fornication.
That music leads a man to be homosexual.
Spiritual fornication. Because they want to be bound with you sexually now. Now I would like to read. This is it. Penis, when erected, points towards heaven, defying gravity. It is caused by virgins wishing you were with them. With more proof, with more proof, they do you, repair of life after here. You see nonsense. So ask me now, may that hear a thing like this. It says it's going to be scattering. That 72 virgins touching their body, wishing you say, because the reason why your penis erected, you get erected. The problem is caused by the virgins up there in heaven, in paradise of Allah. So which men? This is how they seduce seduction. Are you going to be see this message as a 1-year-old baby girl, and this baby girl have booty in the back and have swelly breasts? This is spiritual seduction, like what Jesus is also saying. It's just the same. It's just the same through doctrines of devils. And that is what Muslim is coming to preach unto you. Doctrines of devils. And they're going to be seducing. It says seducing spirits and doctrines of devils, speaking lies in hypocrisy, having their conscience severed with hot iron, forbidding marriage. They're going to forbid you to go into the actual way, because when you do Bible things, Bible way, this is how you marry to Yahushua. They forbid you from that. Jesus has already succeeded, forbidding you from that. Now he want to send you now unto Allah. In Quran, exactly what they are doing. Muhammad will have sexual intercourse with a woman. He will give it to another of his follower. They will do exchange. You see the one you have sex with, bring that one to me. You come and take my own. These are all in the Quran. And at this, authentic at least. So this is the ministry commitment. That is what we are seeing last week, a week today. You know how, devastated I was, how disappointed I was. Yes, this is the message we are looking into now. Seducing spirit. Christian is seducing. Jesus is using rapture now to seduce over billions of souls. Now listen, we are still reading. I read that already. Proverb, listen now, to your own good, okay? These are the things you need to know before you embark on this journey. You don't just enter feed want to do battle you know nothing about, you are not informed, you don't know what it is. Proverbs 5, 1 through 5 or 6. My son, attend unto my wisdom. You know Solomon carried PhD, and Allah said he was the one corrupted Solomon. Okay. Allah said Solomon was his servant. He gave Solomon strength of 100 men to go and bang 100 women in order for them to also make 100 babies. Unfortunately, only one got pregnant and the other one also delivered a half baby. I don't know how people believe this mess. I don't know. Anyways, their problem is in. So he carried PhD. When it comes to technology, Solomon got 1,000. Now listen. Proverbs 5 verses 1. My son, attend unto my wisdom and bow thy ear to my understanding. Abiyahuah is talking to you. That thou mayest regard discretion, and that thy lips may keep knowledge. 3. For the lips of a strange woman drop as an honeycomb, seduction, and her mouth is smoother than oil, seduction. You know, I'm on it again. I'm sorry. It's like I'm also having a little cold. Because 2 days ago, snow fall like normal business here in Netherlands. Okay, now you see. So here, I'm gonna be. We can't take it. I'm not gonna be taking it literally. I will channel it to organization and religion. You will understand when I come there. For the lips of a strange woman, Islam is strange. They are bringing in strange doctrines. Something so strange. For the lips of a strange woman, what is lips? It's to proclaim, doctrines, teachings, laws, rules, regulations, constitutions. For the lips of a strange woman drop as an honeycomb. What is my nose? So I want to look into the constitution of this very strange woman. I take it again, verses 3. For the lips of a strange woman drop as an honeycomb, and her mouth is smoother than oil. 4. But her end is bitter as wormwood. Wormwood here is an angel, is Jesus Christ. In Revelation chapter 8, chapter 10. He fell, and it's a wormwood. It fell into third part of mankind. It's all of them died. Wormwood. Okay, let me take 4 again. But her end is bitter. At the end of Christianity, forget it. The end of Islam, forget it. But her hand is bitter as wormwood, sharp as two-edged sword. Her feet go down to death. Her steps take hold on hell. He said this religion, because we see Revelation chapter 12, a holy woman, which is a religion. And we also see Revelation chapter 17, filthy woman, the great whore woman, which is also religion. Okay, is it just a... This place is speaking on a metaphorically, in a metaphorically, okay, metaphorically, speaking in metaphorically, that a woman, why is this a religion? A woman is always, okay, like a religion is like a woman, not literal woman. That is to say, like a woman gave birth, woman is giving birth, woman is fruitful, okay, like that, and so fruitfulness, that is what woman, contain, subject to your husband. So this religion, yeah. Okay, so it said this very religion, what is our faith? Our faith is to rule, stand and rule. But it said the rule go down toward death. That is Islam, that is Christianity. And her step take hold. In fact, every single step she pulls, this woman pulls, it is simply hellfire. Her foot, Rennie, is already destined for eternal damnation. So that is why he wants to seduce you. Now we will come into how he wants you to sin against your own body. So we proceed now to Proverbs chapter 6, 23 through 29. See another woman here, 23. For the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light, and reproofs of instruction are the way of life. That is the royal. If you follow this, you know, biblically, both physical sex and spiritual sex, physical relationship, spiritual relationship, if you take it on a worthy manner, he said the ways is life. Because it's going to be a light, it's going to be directing, it's going to be instructing you. 24. To keep thee from the evil. So what is it coming? This evil woman, which is the unclean woman, Muslim, okay? To keep you, they are evil. To keep thee from evil woman, from evil ministration, from her mouth. Should I quickly read Revelation? I think I have to do that. We read Proverbs already. For you to know this woman here is speaking in metaphorically. Now listen. And there appeared, Revelation 12:1. And there appeared a great sign in a great sign, a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun and the moon under her feet, and her head, and upon her head a crown of 12 stars. She, being with child, she want to give birth to righteousness now. So this is a holy woman. Now let's go to filthy woman. 17. Filthy woman. Filthy woman. Filthy woman. And there come one of the 7 angels talked with me, the great man, the great mother, who said, okay, let's go. Yes, 5 now. 4. And the woman was enraged in purple. All right, now 3. So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. And the woman was enraged in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand full of blasphemy, no, rather full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery, Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. This is a woman. So this is a filthy woman. We see holy woman, we see filthy woman. So let's return back now to Proverbs. That the royal law is going to be preventing and protecting you from that strange woman. I take it again. For the commandment, Proverbs 6:23, for the commandment is a lamp, and the law is a light, and reproofs of instruction are the way of life. 24. To keep thee from evil woman, from the flattering of the tongue of a strange woman. Muslim is a strange woman. Christian also is a strange woman. But the royal law, this is what it's going to be doing for you. If you take it worthily, on a worthy manner, it's going to be protecting you. But Jesus said he destroyed the law. And Allah said the law is corrupt. Sorry. 25. List. Okay, let me take 24 again. To keep thee from the evil woman, from the flattering of the tongue of a strange woman. Tongue simply means her commandment, her constitution, instruction of Allah. Is it not strange? That of Jesus is also strange to me. 25. Lust not after her beauty. This religion is going to be so beautiful. Lust not after her beauty in thy heart, neither let her take thee with her high legs. It's going to be, you know, how are they taking people through their high leg? Genesis 3, when the woman saw the tree of good, of the knowledge of good and evil, that it was what? Pleasant. And also to make one wise, she go for it. And that is how they are cutting you through the blink of their eye. Through their seductive doctrines of devils that generate spiritual fornication. That's going to make you sin against your own body. 26. For by means of a whorish, this one is a whorish woman, prostitute, whorish woman, a man is brought to a piece of bread. It's going to reduce it to no. If you see how Islam said they're going to be humiliating anyone that converted to Islam. The humiliation over there, like what I said my private part is my ego, is my pride, is the most precious organ in me that needs to be protected with all dignity, but all diligently. I won't not allow you to touch me. No way. I won't. I will fight against you like a lioness. I won't. Spiritually, physically, no way. No way. No way, because you can't make yourself one with me. Now, all rich woman, prostitute, reduce it to nothing. This is what sex is doing, spiritually and physically. I'm connecting the two together. I'm not leaving any of it. And the adulteresses, we hunt for the precious life. Is your life precious? Islam is going to hunt. Because they are strange woman. They know what that is. And I know how precious your life is. I mean, I'm talking now to the 28% elect of Yahuwah that we face Sharia law. Our life is so precious. Allah knew it too well. That is why He want to genetically modify our organism. He want to change our DNA. 27. Can a man take fire in his bosom and his cloth not burnt and not be burnt? You're going to be playing games like Samson. Go and check it out. Strange woman, Delilah. She changed the written code of Samson. Samson gave him the code of holiness, code of righteousness, code of oneness with Abba Yahuwah. He gave it unto a strange woman. And that one now break the bond between Samson and Yahuwah. She now step in. How did she step in? Horish woman, prostitution. Prostitution. And by so doing, Samson now inherit every data in Delilah's life, and every man she's a prostitute she has ever slept with. Samson inherited all one time. And what did that generate? What was the end? What was the profit Samson gained? His eye being plucked out, and all is buried, all his flesh buried with enemy through his last chance pulled. Everything go down. You want to do that with Islam? You can't play with fire. You are playing with Jesus. Don't play with Allah. 28. Can one go upon hot coals and his feet not be burnt? We are going to the hot coals, but the only way your feet won't be burnt, don't play around. Don't take it lightly. Your body be mad. Let them know it's your ego. You don't touch that. Push with every fibers, with every strength in you. Fight. Let the unconfused still do something. And when Abayyawa see your struggle in the feed, he will step in. This message is also getting long. And I want us, if we are not praying the prayer together, but you can do the prayer. We can't even pray together. You can do it in your quiet time by these scriptures. Abayyawa gave unto me, I will also give it unto you, because me, I'm using it to pray. That my body should be preserved. Come on now. Should be. I won't join. Lie. You don't settle for less, eh? Now, Genesis, we want to talk about how sex related to Abba Yahuwah. How there are deep idiom over here. Now, Genesis chapter 1, if you carefully read it, when Abba Yahuwah created first day, he said, he looked at it good. The second day, he looked at it, was good. Third day was good. Fourth day was good. Fifth day work was good. When Abba Yahuwah did the creation of the sixth day work, he did not just say it was good. It is very good. It is very good, because now the feminine part of Abba Yahuwah, which is the planet Earth, is going to bring about another glory of bond, of oneness. Together we are one. Abba Yahuwah praise his handiwork. When he gets to job of day 6, he look at it and say, very good. Now, what makes it very good? Not only Abba Yahuwah praise his handiwork of day 6 work very good, the first man also do likewise. Now. So until now, Adam was half. His life wasn't complete. Abba Yahuwah was not receiving that bonding. The illustration, Abba Yahuwah, we are unable to pass it out to you and me until the woman came. And therefore the man said, now it's completed. She shall be called woman. This is the bone of my bone. So let's read. Adam couldn't find companionship in any animals. He couldn't find helper in anywhere. Because animal can't give you that joy woman sexually will give you. No other thing, word, like I illustrate, with children, they can't. You only get this eternal joy, bond, oneness, relationship, deep affection from sexual intercourse. Why? Why did Abba Yehoah make it so? Now listen, Revelation 18, Abba Yehoah says, it's not good for a man to be alone. I'm going to make him a suitable helper. Verses 19 said, Adam named all these powerful animals, yet he found no suitable helper in them. You can't find, deep affection in any order. You can be a trillionaire like Elon Musk. You see, his deep affection comes from sex, because devil make his own soul. Now Adam, 20, okay. Oh no, verses 20, Adam couldn't find no helper. Abba Yehoah said 21, he did something. He did something. We were men. Abba Yehoah did something. He did something. Now I want to read 23. And Adam said, this is now bone of my bones, flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, because she was taken out of me. Therefore shall a man leave his father and mother, and shall join unto his wife, and they shall be what? One flesh. One single flesh. So until the woman comes, Adam wasn't one. Adam was half. Until Abba Yehoah draw out the feminist part of him, Abba Yehoah himself, we are not getting that wonderful relationship. Until he brought a woman to the man. That was why Abba Yehoah said, no, if we just be male, female, male, masculine, no, this kingdom is not completed. Let me do another thing. Therefore, Adam was half. Now, what are we saying? Abba Yehoah illustrates the full house through man and woman. And you see that word there, to join with, simply means sexual intercourse. Sex, say join. Leave every other thing, because every other thing won't make you one with them. Not your riches. You can be trillionaire, whatever quadrillionaire. You are still who you are. But sexual intercourse is the one to tie you together. Is the one to make you complete. Is the one to make you one. Okay? That is to say, both of them join together sexually. Leave your papa, because it can't make you one. Leave your mama. Leave your prosperity. All the power, all the dynamic power I gave unto you. You used to name all this, and just put those one aside. Until do this one thing. Do this one thing. Therefore, your life is complete. You see, as that penis is penetrating a holy wife, holy wife, holy husband, they are taking that holy service. Abba Yehoah will be smiling, because that is what he ordained there for. First of all, enjoy your life. It's for pleasure, number one. Just enjoy your life. Eat your wife. It's so sweet. It's so yummy. And second, procreation. Now you need to feed the earth. More benefit of sex. Thirdly, worship of oneness, unbreakable. Abba Yehoah is using that holy service, bed service, to illustrate how his relationship is with you. That deep affection. You see the enjoyment. You see how you enjoy sex. That is how Abba Yehoah enjoy your worship in holiness. I don't know if you are getting it. Let me see. In holiness. What was that? Abba Yehoah also used this language. Amos 3:2. He said, you alone I have known. Now, Matthew 7:21 through 23, we cast out devils, we prophesy, we do many wonders in your name. Messiah now said, I never knew you. Ye that walk iniquity, ye lawless one, depart from me. I never knew what? You. I never have that husband and wife relationship. We never caught that deep covenant. We are never in that deep covenant, deep affection, deep connection, oneness. No, I never. Okay, let me read. I want you to visualize it. Just see it in this manner. Husband and a wife, when they are taking that holy service. That was what YAHUAH said. Is it Hebrews chapter 4 verses 13? It said, no, rather Hebrews chapter 13 verses 8. Said, verses 8, yes, marriage is honorable. It needs to be honored by all. That is the name YAHUAH gave unto marriage. Honorable. Demon needs to honor your marriage. He said, including you, husband and wife, needs to honor marriage. He said, but the home organs, anyone that defied the beds, said, I will destroy you. Simply brings about destruction. And that is another way you sin against you. Anyway, I don't want to go ahead of myself. Okay. So that word there, join with his wife, it simply means sexual intercourse. The two, become one on top. It was on top of his wife. Oneness. 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 Now, Amos chapter 3, verses 2. Here, YAHUAH, you alone have I known. You alone have I known of all the families of the earth. You alone I have this deep relationship with, this deep affection, deep covenant, deep connection, magneted. It is you, oh Yisrael. You alone have I known. It is sexual idiom. Just as husband and wife is doing the job, in like manner, that is the affection, that is the connection, that is the emotion, that is the relationship. YAHUAH is not coming into you, but he's using sex to illustrate your relationship with him. But Allah is coming into you. You are seeing it already spiritually, so forget it. Just forget about it. Forget it. Now, let's go to Genesis what? You alone have I knew in all. Now listen. Genesis 4. And Adam knew his wife, and she conceived. Okay, I think I have to read Matthew first of all. Because that Matthew, I need to precede this Matthew with Genesis 4. Adam knew his wife, and again, two of them become one flesh, joined sexually. Now listen, Matthew 7:21. Not every man that saith unto me, Adonai, Adonai, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven. 22. Many will say to me in that day, Adonai, Adonai, have we not prophesied in thy name, and in thy name have cast out devils, and in thy name done many wonderful works? 23. And then will I prophesy unto them plainly, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that walk iniquity. Now, before I answer, let's go to, I never knew you. I never knew you. Listen, the new. Genesis 1:4. And Adam knew his wife, and she conceived, and bore Cain, and said, I have begotten a man from YAHUAH. So Adam knew his wife. So something was placed in her belly. And John 6, 38, 37, 38, 39, 40. No, yeah, we can take it from there. YAHUAH said, whosoever that believeth in me, out of your belly, a rivers of living water is going to be pumping out. It's going to be overflowing. He said he's saying this in me, the Holy Spirit. After he has glorified, the very one is going to be sending unto us. Now listen. These people here that we're doing wonders, casting out devils, prophesying, and doing great wonders, something, that energy, that energy was being drawn from their belly. And YAHUAH said, I wasn't the one who put that energy in your stomach. I wasn't the one who put that anointing over there. I never knew you because I never knew you. So if you never knew, another man knew you, there come again Christian, the 28% elite. I never knew you. So how come all this power is pumping out from your belly? Adam knew his wife can pump out. He knew Abel pump out children is pumping out. And Yahushua said, I never have that deep affection connection. Like husband, I never knew you. Therefore, another man knew you. Another man that is knew you, he is the one who put this power in your belly. This dead water that is flowing from your belly. He is the one who put it, not me. You can't bring another man pregnancy onto me. Holy Spirit got us impregnated with anointing like he did unto Miriam. Revelation 12 said the woman was pregnant. Get ready to give birth. She was about to give birth to truth. Like what I'm doing, I'm giving birth to truth. Because Yahushua knew me intimately like a husband and wife. He have this deep affection, and likewise me for him. This magnet is, this is so tight. Sex is more than what you know. But Yahushua still is trying to communicate to us through sexual intercourse. Holy One. He knew me. He definitely knew me. Now, Matthew chapter 6, verses 9 and 10. I quickly I'm just doing all this for you to know what is going to be contaminating your own body. Because I want to first of all get all this out of the way in order for you to know the significance, the gravity of what Allah is coming to do unto you, repay you. Don't give that chance. A week today, you know how I lamented. Prior to the vision, I saw that our body now became at their service. Man will just open his stripped naked. Man, anus will just be positioned, ready for bambangi. Woman private part, ready for bambangi. Including children, they will just open their two legs, ready for bambangi. In this very kingdom, you don't tolerate a thing like that. No, don't. Fight with every last breath in you. Fight like lion. Fight like lioness. Fight with them. Fight with them. Matthew 6:9. After this manner, therefore, pray ye, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. 10. Thy kingdom come, let thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Stop it over there. Now, the will of Abba Yahuwah in heaven. What is going on there? This is what I'm relating unto you. The deep affection. The deep emotion. You know, when you are in love with your husband, every now and then you talk about him. And likewise, husband, every now and then. I know the marriage going on these days, it is just a thing to be managed. No actual remarriage here on earth. Allah corrupted all. Jesus polluted all. Through sex, perversion, fornication, the one they call cheat. It's not cheat. It's adultery. You broke covenant. And that, have you ever wondered, thank you, Abba Yahuwah, have you ever wondered whereby divorcee is guaranteed, granted, when a man or a woman fornicate or commit adultery? Have you ever wondered why Abba Yahuwah gave God every other thing? You are not allowed to divorce. Abba Yahuwah say, I hate divorcee. But when you now come to this sex perversion, immediately Abba Yahuwah say, cut that person off. Cut that man off. Cut that woman off. End that marriage, because Allah entered the matter already. Jesus entered the matter already. Demon rush into that temple already. Now they are banging that person. That house already is now red light. It's a prostitution ground. Abba Yahuwah cannot get his fellowship illustrated through that holy union before. Once holy union. He can't get it anymore. He himself walked out already. And mind you, sex is worship. As you think you are still banging your wife, meanwhile, you also have other mistresses outside. Allah sit there already. He's done you. You and Allah and every other demon is the one banging your wife now. That is bluffing. That is bluffing. Let the will be done on earth as it is in heaven. So in heaven, Abba Yahuwah is getting this holy service through husband and wife. That is, he used it to illustrate your relationship with him. How you sold into your wife deep affections, love. Okay, now in case you're also going to be saying, what about people that doesn't marry, like Apostle Paul? Because this question just dropped in my mind. What about him? It is still the same. It is exactly the same. Apostle Paul was a eunuch, yes, his service still relate in that manner. Still relate in that manner. No other ways. It's still, that deep affection is still there. Abeyewa is just using how, when you are taking sex, you see how sweet it is for you. In like manner, when you are worshiping Abeyewa, that is how sweet for Abeyewa. You see how when you are penetrating your wife, all your body is like a kind of electric shock. And when you begin, the moment you begin to open your mouth to worshiping Abeyewa in a holy lifestyle, that is how it is in Abeyewa's body. Your worships oversweet him. And that is why we release blessing. That is why we say, no, this is my son, this is my daughter. I'm going to give you what you want. That is how Abeyewa is enjoying his worship service. Only one, the one you gave unto him. But when you now invited demon in, you cheat. They call it cheat. Like, that will now becomes Cain offering. It's a roti one, but you want to accept that any longer. And the service still continue, though it still continue, but now it is demonic activities. Now it's demonic. Revelation. Okay, now I want to let you know why I'm talking like this. Now it's demonic. Should I do that revelation first? Let me see. Okay, yes. And yeah, I need to do that before we shift into the other phase. That is how it's you. When you say, I love you, Abeyewa. Exactly. Especially when a man or a woman is about to be released. You see, oh my Father, that sweetness, nothing on earth to compare it. In like manner, your worship, holy worship, when you defeated devil, when you stand before devil, and devil were unable to deceive you, and you begin to quote, this is what the Bible says, exactly the way that ground you stood sweating by Yahuwah. It's like a husband is releasing. It's like a wife is releasing. Just like that. That is how he's sweating by Yahuwah. You know that taste. It is simply no go area. You don't share. It is you and your wife sharing that wonderful, blessed, glorious moment together. In like when you stand in the face of affliction, a devil is trying to talk you out through their devil doctrine, seducing doctrine, and you stood your ground and you begin to quote, this is what Yahuwah said. No. It is written like this. Of course not. This is the. That is how he sweetens Abba Yahuwah. And that is how he sweetens your spirit. You might not aware, but your spirit is so joyful, is so rejoicing. Your soul is rejoicing and say, it did not defy me. It did not break my commandment because you did not sin against your body. All is still intact. All three components of you still intact. And your worship to Abba was still intact. It is the most sweetest thing in heaven. I'm just giving you a deep mystery. And I don't want you to take it the other way. You can take Allah's own literally, but Abba Yahuwah is an illustration. It's an idiom. It's an allegory, metaphorically. That is how Abba Yahuwah also gets his sweetness from your holiness, holy lifestyle, righteous lifestyle, truth, any truth you spoke. That is how. Should I spill this one out? I don't know, because I saw something. Oh, demon was hollering. The rightful husband is about to confirm his covenant to sexually. Demo, if you see how Demo was, oh my, it's like it was like Osama bin Laden war. I don't know if I also have to spill this. This one was awesome, man. I don't know if if you don't protect my mouth, I will say it. Because, yeah, it's what I saw. And it's true. Now, let's go to Revelation. So now you will take this very one down to all we have been saying and see what is going on spiritually. Now listen, Revelation 14:8. And there followed another angel saying, Babylon is falling, that great city. Because she, you see, still using this metaphor, she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. This is you see, everything Christian is teaching is spiritual fornication. And that is why Abeyewa can never be found there. But so a deity is over there. Because a deity is also getting well connected, deep affection, so emotional, deep connection, tied together, so tied with you. Because you chase Abba Yahweh away already. Another demon, say, I'm going to make myself like the Most High, okay? So another demon just take over. You keep it Sunday, exactly, you are fornicating. You are sinning against your own body. You keep every nonsense of Jesus Christ, exactly. So you shouldn't allow Allah did this to you just as Jesus has already done to you. Because Allah is the consummation. I will let you know what Allah's own actually is. Now I read now Revelation 17:1. And there came one of the 7 angels which had the 7 vials, and taught with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of our fornication. So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman again, okay, sit upon a scarlet-colored beast, full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns 4. And the woman was enraged in purple and cloth and scarlet colored, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand, full of abominations and the filthiness of her fornication. 5. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. Mecca is called mother of all settlement. Now, it said mystery. Now, this bring fog. Okay, mystery. The name is called mystery. In Christianity, Jesus is a mystery. But in Islam, no way. It's gonna be, that is why Prophet Isa is gonna be wow. You see the fornication. This is a kingdom. It's a ministry. Revelation 18:2 and rather 3. Okay, Doctrines of devils. Okay. And let me take it from 1. And after these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened up with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is folly, and is become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, which is a wizard, and a cage of every unclean and hateful birds. Unclean, evil spirit now resident inside you, because you are part of Babylon. 3. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth was rich through the abundance of her delicacy. So everything you do here on earth, spiritually, it waved down to sex. Revelation 19:2. For true, okay, let's take 1. And after these things, I heard a great voice of much people in heaven say, Hallelujah, salvation and glory and honor and power unto Yahuwah our Elohim, for true and righteous are his judgments, for he hath judged the great whorish woman Islam, which did corrupt the earth with her fornication, and hath avenged the blood of his servants at her hand. Okay, you see, so this is the kingdom coming. This kingdom is already progressing spiritually. Jesus is doing his own at the back of the door, but Allah is going to do his own in the broad daylight, in the streets. Allah is going to be bringing about his own religion right away on the street. Now, John 14, you're going to be so truthful to yourself. Because if you are utterly divorced out of Jesus, therefore you will be able to stand before Allah, because this one is physical, it's rapist. It's a rapist kingdom. John 14:30. Hereafter I will not talk much with you, for the prince of this world cometh, and hath nothing in me. Now the prince of this world, the God of this world, simply means Allah. The God of this world is coming. But Yahushua said, don't have anything in me. Do Allah have something in you? Is Allah having deposited anything in you? Do Jesus deposit anything in you? If they have anything in you, that is a soul tie demon. And this only come into you through penetration, sex. In their own part is always sex. We know that already. The kingdom is here already. And the children is men of war. That they're going to be having sexual intercourse together. They are already on the streets, okay? Sex. So do Jesus have anything in you? If Jesus' properties is in you, that is the soul tie demon. You can't pray it out. You can't fast it your way out. It is only to remove and reject that belief. Simple as that. Just reject that belief. That settles it. Now I want to present now into your body. Now you know already the gravity of both physical and spiritual fornication. You know the gravity already. I don't know why this thing is always like this. It's coming up again. So what was the title? Allah wants to make you sin against your own body, as Jesus Christ has done. Okay, Doctrines of devils is spiritual fornication, soul tie demon. Now, 1 Corinthians chapter 6 verses 15. Know ye not that your bodies are the members of Mashiach Yahushua, which is the spiritual husband, okay? Shall I then take the members of Mashiach and make them with the members of an harlot? Yahuwah forbid. Who is the harlot? This kingdom we are paving our way or navigating our way to. Because Islam is the one that paved his way. I'm not the one, I'm not paving no way for demons. But we are not, because we must pass through the rapist kingdom. So physically that doctrine is going to make them penetrate you. Spiritually, that is fornication, spiritual fornication. Physically, yeah, let's do. How you are sinning against your body, spiritual and physical. 16. What? Know ye not that he which is joined to an harlot is one body. For 2, saith he, shall be one flesh. Here is talking about sexual intercourse. Where we just read, Genesis 2, 24. You join, said they're not joined together, sex. And that is when you join together wholly in holiness. When you are also a single woman, okay, this talk also come again, not yet married, your worship is also like that. In fact, your husband is already existing. Abba Yahuwah is just waiting for the physical manifestation, for him to join both of you together in the holy matrimony. Okay, so when you are a single man, you are a single woman, it's still the same. It's just the same. It is very much possible that spiritually, you and your husband is already playing that part. Yes. You and your husband is already playing that part. You are not going to be seeing it because Abba Yahuwah made it so already. Woman, you came from the side of the man. So where is the man? Spiritually, you are still one. You are together. You are already doing the spiritual service, already spiritual, until it materializes physically. Now listen, I don't care. Islam is going to be saying, but why are you saying no 72 virgin? Why are you not saying 72 virgin in heaven, sex in heaven is sin? That is your problem. That isn't mine, because that is not what I'm talking about. I'm speaking metaphorically. So if you want to take it literally, it's your business, not mine. Now you get the problem, not be my problem. Because oneness, you don't separate. This is my body. You don't separate. But physically, of course. Now, 18. Listen now. 18. Flee fornication. Every sin that a man doeth. Okay. Every sin. Okay. Flee. They say you should run. You know what is flee? Disappear one time. Don't walk. This one, you don't need to walk out of it. He never said this one, you can't walk your way. You can't talk your way. You can't pray your way. You can't fast your way out of this very one. This one. Flee fornication. Every sin that a man doeth is without the body. But he that committeth fornication sinneth against his own body. In order, should I title this one part 1? I don't want to go too long. Can we title this part 1? Because I wanted to read how Joseph fled away from the Egyptian woman. You know, we are going back to Egypt. Allah is the God of Egypt. He's the more God who loved vagina so much. It's in the world history. Okay, it's in the world history. This started today. Or should we do this one in part 2? Anyways, I don't know if I will be able. Okay, let's stop talking. Now, let's stop talking. Let me quickly rush everything here. So sin, say you sinned against your own body. So let's see what is sin. 1 John 3:4. Whosoever committeth a sin, sinneth also. Okay, whosoever committeth sin, transgress also the law. For sin is the transgression of the law. So you know what this word called sin is already. It is to transgress something. It is to defy something. It is to make common something that is so precious. It is to pollute something. That is to body shame something. It is to treat something on a worthy manner. It is to cast something that is so precious unto you under your feet. Sin simply means transgression of the law, breaking of the law, violation of the law. Now, your body have but just one law. And your body said, this one law that I have, the only way you're going to be breaking this law of mine, it is through sexual intercourse. That is to say, when you join me, when you break the originality of me, the orientation of me, and you now begin to do it on a worthy manner, fornication, that is how you break my law. That is how you directly violated the law of this body. Your body have but one law. And that one law simply says, don't send me to the lake of fire. Don't make me one with demon. Don't make me one with pains. Don't make me one with shame. Don't make me one with limitation. Don't make me one with backwardness. Don't just make me one with uncleanness. Don't. This is the law of your own body. He that sins sexually sinneth against her own body, his or her own body. So your body have a law. Why are you not following the law of your body? Spiritually and physically. When you take the madness of PJC, you violate the law of your body. Because you join that body now with demons. Now, listen. James chapter 4 verse 7. Submit yourself therefore to Yahuwah. Resist the devil and he will flee from you. You see every other sin. Galatians chapter 5 verses 18 to 20 said, all those sins, you are not sinning against your body. It's not breaking the rules of your body. It's not violating the commandment of your body. When you also goes to Revelation chapter 21 verses 8, you also see all the sins listed out there. He also make it so clear that you are not violating your body. But if you sin, okay, yeah, for the Galatians, fornication is also there. Of course, fornication is the most powerful. Revelation 21 verses 8, yeah, fornication is also there. But if you remove fornication and adultery, every other sin, you are not sinning against your own body. Every other sin, he said you should resist them. You see here, every other sin, resist, push, they will just flee. When lies come and said, no, I rebuke you in YAHUAH'S mighty name, lie will just go. For the royal law said, thou shalt not lie. It will go. But when it comes to fornication, he said, don't even dare. This one, don't even dare at all. Don't quote. Don't resist. Don't even walk. Flee. You are not the one to flee. The other one, the devil is the one to flee. But this one, sexual home, you are to flee. Run. Run fast. Disappear. Don't let that trailer hit you. Because your body said, when you join me wrongly with someone that doesn't hold his body, you join me with link of fire. That is why it says it's so huge in Islam, in their heaven, on earth. That is why it's so big. It's a very big thing over there. They are joining with people, including children. They are joining with people sexually. Matthew But Messiah also used this idiom here in Matthew chapter 24, verses 15 through 17. 15. When ye therefore shall see the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel the prophet stand in the holy place, you are the holy temple. Let him, whosoever readeth, let him understand. Then let them which be in Judea flee into the mountain. Don't let Allah genetically modify your organism through sex. Don't let them rape you, people. Don't let them rape you. This one, it is to pollute your body. Don't. Do everything within your power to resist them. Don't. In Sharia law grant, don't give yourself to them like that. Yahushua said, flee. This is sexual intercourse. Run. Run. Don't let them set. You see, if you see that, this abomination standing, because you're going to see it, standing in the temple, run for your life. Run. This one is to flee. Flee. 17. He said, let him, which is on the housetop, not come down to take anything out of his house. It is a serious one. Neither let him, which is in the field, return back to take his clothes. It is serious. Don't play no games around this one. Because by then, directly you're going to be violating the law of your body. Now listen. If you allow them to come into you, let's see what is going on there. Because this one that is coming now is the most grievous. Most grievous. Matthew 12:43. There the unclean spirit is, when the unclean spirit is out or gone, when the unclean spirit is gone out of a man, he walketh through dry places, seeking rest, and foundeth not. Their spirit, they need body to enter. 44. Then he saith, I will return into my house from whence I came out, and when he is come, he found it empty, swept and garnished, nothing. You are empty. Now this one is Jesus. This very first one, when he left you, is simple. Because he's not just letting you go like that. He's coming to reinforce. We did that already. That Jesus' intention was to divorce you, to remarry you in the Islamic ground, which is the most wicked. But Abba YAHUAH is right there waiting. Do your part. Abba YAHUAH is right there waiting. He cannot remarry you in Islam. That is why you need to divorce him right now. So that in Islam is no longer your husband, but your enemy. Therefore, you won't be journeying with him. These people, they are not going to be appearing ugly. Jesus Christ is going to appear so awesome. Mahdi is going to appear so awesome. Their beauty is going to be so captivating. Their beauty is going to be even making loose women, desiring them sexually. And you know they can have up to 1 million. So to them it's not saying they can bang. Prophet also said, may his pool and his peace be upon him, Prophet Muhammad. Women will offering themselves unto him for bambangi. Allah give go ahead. If any woman just say, Prophet, come and chuk, he said, just go and do that. Nonsense people. Now listen. The 43 was that of Jesus. Now 44 is returning back again. You know, Jesus is coming back the second time. Then he said, I will return into my house. You are mine forever. From whence I came out. And when he is come, and you are not divorcing him, you have not yet divorcing him, you see, say, I cast you out in the name of Jesus, and I bind you, Satan, in the name of Jesus. You see, do that nonsense. See what Jesus is going to do to you. Is a demon. Here is referring to 45 now. Then goeth he, and taketh with him 7 other spirits, more wicked than himself, and they enter in and dwell there, and the least state of that man is worse than the first. Are you getting it? This is 7 more wicked devils that is coming. If one man can come with 7 demons, so +2 or ×2 now, ×3, ×4. Remember, Allah have 1 man equals to 100 men. Allah is not speaking metaphorically. 100 men is going to be bombarding you at the same time. So from that 100 men times 7, 1 times 7 demons. How many demons is going to be entering into you? He said this one is the most wicked. Let's check it out. How many they're going to be if you will not lose counting. No matter how great you are in mathematics, this one is going to be losing counting. You will be losing count. You won't be able to keep on counting. So this is what you don't tolerate, that devils. Islam madness. They want to join with you sexually. I take it from Mark chapter 5 verses 1 through 9. And when he was come out of the ship, immediately there met him out of the tombs a man with an unclean spirit, who had his dwelling among the tombs. That is their homes. That is the heaven you are seeing. This is the kingdom coming. It's a bottomless pit kingdom. Revelation chapter 9. They will be ascended. They are coming from the pit. And no man could bind him. No, not with chains. Because that he had been often bound with fetters and chains. And the chains had been plucked asunder by him. And the fetters, and the fetters broken in pieces. Neither could any man tame him. 5. And always night and day he was in the mountains and in the tombs crying and cutting himself with stones. I don't want to do any breaking. And when he saw Yahushua afar off, he ran and worshipped him and cried with a loud voice and said, What have I to do with thee, Yahushua, thou son of the Most High? Yahuwah, I adjure thee by Yahuwah that thou torment me not. In the gospel, in the account of Mike, he said, Are you here to destroy us before our time? Devil memorized scriptures. Devil even quote the word of Abba Yahuwah back unto him. Remember, you said 7,000 years. And when Yahushua came, it was just 4,000 years. What about the 3,000 years? He reminded Abba Yahuwah, that is again Isaiah 43, verses 26. Abba Yahuwah said, Bring back my word unto me. In order for justification to be established, bring back my word to me. Maybe I forgot it. Demon brought back the word of Abba Yahuwah unto him. Are you here to torment us before the appointed time? Are you here to destroy us before the appointed time? What about you? Are you not going to be memorizing scriptures and use it to talk to Abba Yahuwah and say, you say my body is your temple? This demon should it touch me, not spiritual, not physical. He said, are you here to torment us? Oh, okay, on the account of Mike, he did it add before the time. Before the time, 7,000 years, 8 now. For he said unto him, Come out of the man, thou unclean spirit. Listen. And he asked him, What is thy name? And he answered, saying, My name is Legion, for we are many. This one you lose count. Because Allah said he's going to be introducing 100 men into you. 100 men. One man coming with himself, 7 demons. So 7 times 100 men. How many million or trillion is going to be? One man come with 7 demons, more wicked. Now, 100 men now came each with 7 times 100 men. I don't know if I'm doing the calculation well. Yes, but times 1 man, it is coming to you now with 7 demons. 2 men times 2. 3 men times 3. 4 men times 100. Keep counting. You will lose. There comes legions of demons. So this is what Islam is bringing to, inject in you. It's horrible, people. I'm not joking. It's horrible. It's horrible. Because even in the scientific field, they said when a man joins with a woman sexually, they said the woman somehow can carry the seed, the sperm of that man, because there is sex transmission. You drop something inside. He said that thing they drop inside can last 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, or sometimes for life. But our royal law said it's for life. It's not 10, 20. Our own have no counting. You can't count. So it's bringing legions of demons. So that is why Islam is so sold into sex. That is why they are into it. Because they want to introduce wicked spirit into your life. Legions, the one you can't fight. You see that, man, you see this situation? They will make you run mad, depression. You will lose yourself. You will lose your peace. You will lose everything you ever know as yourself. You will not even recognize yourself on the ground of Islam. You won't even recognize yourself. Yes, that is who they are. So, in the face of Sharia, you must fight. Now, listen. Luke chapter 8, verses 2. And certain women, which had been healed of evil spirits and infirmities, Mary called Magdalene, out of whom went 7 devils. Out of what? They will sit down inside of you. And this is how you defy the ordinances of your body. This is how you directly violate the rules and the regulations of your body. This is how you sinned against your own body. Some people might be a lifetime, while some own will be eternal. So you shouldn't let it come to that level. Divorce PJC genuinely. Don't let that demon hang around you. John 4 verses 5 through 19. You still remember that woman that joined? Because that's what they are bringing into you. Affliction, you know. This woman joined with 6 men. 6 men. When she was trying to debate law, law with King Yahushua HaMashiach, Yahushua said, go and call me your husband. She said, I don't have. Okay, let's take from 14 for the sake of time. But whosoever drinketh of the water that I shall, okay, 13, or rather 12, or rather 11, or rather, hey, my father, 10. Yahushua answered and said unto her, if thou knowest the gift of Yahuwah, and who it is that saith to thee, give me to drink. Yahushua want to drink, he want to fellowship. Thou, because this woman life, if Yahushua don't come into this situation, this woman can't even navigate that way, because devil has already bind her. Then she keep rejoining, she keep joining 1 man times 7 demon, 2 man times another demon, 2 another man, 6th man. Thou wouldest have asked of him, and he would have given thee living water. 11. And the woman said unto him, Sir, you don't have anything to draw with, and the well is deep. From wells, then, hast thou that living water. Where are you going to be getting it from? 12. Art thou greater than our father Jacob, which gave us this well, and drink thereof himself, and his children, and his cattle? 13. And he answered and said unto her, whosoever drinketh of this water shall taste again. But whosoever drinketh of the water that I shall give him shall never taste, but the water that I shall give him shall be in him a well of water springing up unto everlasting life. Now, 15. The woman said unto him, Sir, give me this water, that I taste not, neither come hither to draw. 16. Yahushua saith unto her, Go, call thy husband, and come hither. So what does this have to do with drinking of water? Now it automatically just shift into marital song now. Go and call me your husband. But this woman were asking for water. Yahushua they were debating religion, water drinking. I have the best water. The woman said, but you don't have the whatever. What are you going to be drawing the water? Yeah, so you are not greater than our papa. Yahushua not just leave all those talk. All those talk is just to like kind of wanting your attention. Now I got your attention. I want to tell you the real message of your life. Go and come in now, your husband. See, you hear what the woman said. 17. And she answered and said, I have no husband. Yahushua said unto her, Thou hast well said, I have no husband. For thou hast 5 husbands, and he whom thou now hast is not thy husband. In this saidest thou truly. The woman said unto him, Sir, I perceive that thou art a prophet. So 6 husbands. 6. Because this demon want to multiply demons. He will bring the wrong man. That one will enter into our life with 7 devils. They will break off. He will bring another man. That one will enter into his life with another 7 devils. He will go away. He will bring. He keep changing men in our life as a cloth or garment. Now, how did you sin against your own body? Do you see the trauma this man was passing through? Are you going to be, are you going to be looking into the heartbreaks of her emotional breakdown? Okay, left alone, rejected from 6 men. She was with her husband again. But she said unto Yahushua, I don't have a husband. Why? Because history keep repeating itself. What she found in other 5 husbands, the same spirit or the same character is already working here. This one cannot be my husband, even though he's the 6th husband. No, my husband can't treat me in this manner. So Allah will keep, fornication, which is Allah and Jesus, they will keep multiplying men in your life in order for them to keep importing demons into your life. And these demons have no home. When you cast them out, they go to a dry ground. And that one is not working at all with them. They want to dwell inside of you, inside human being, inside your kwekus, your anus, your womb, your reproductive organ, your testicles. That is what they are working with. They want to take that sweetness of oneness. They want to enjoy you before they will be cast into fire. They will enjoy this very man from Mark chapter 1, chapter 5, where we just read. He said you want to torment us before the time, according to the narration of Matthew or so, because they are enjoying. You want to stop this enjoyment even before the time. You remember you promised 7,000 years, okay? So Yahushua chased them away. Go into the pig and go and be having sexual intercourse with pig. It is oneness. Not just ordinary talking. It is simply oneness. Now, oneness. And that is why Islam is so deep, so strong in sex. That is why the reward in heaven is sex. Here on earth is sex. Yes, it's oneness. Deep affection. Covenant cutting. Binding. To be one with destruction eternal. Romans chapter 6 verse 23. For the wages of sin is what? Death. Your body said, don't sin against me. Because the wages, I won't be able to bear it. It is simply death. Not just first death, second death. That is why you ought to flee. Run fast. Anyhow, you want to do it, just run. But in the ground of Sharia law, you're not going to be running physical running. You're not going to be fleeing physically, but spiritually, you ought to. Through your actions, Through your actions, you ought to flee. Let me show you what they did to Joseph. Potiphar's, I think that in Popular Royal Laws we carry should be chapter 39 or so. Should be 39. 38 or 39, I'm not sure. Okay, let me be sure. Since I'm here already, let me be sure. But I'm not going to be ready that one. Let me check 39. Joseph, okay, was down to Egypt. Yeah, 39. Yeah, it's 39. Because 40, another thing is over there. Now, I want to read this account. What happened in 39? I want to read it from the book of Yahshua. You have the full details. Like I said, you have the full details. So now, here I am in the book of Yahshua. Okay, chapter 44, verses 47. It's 10 verses. Let's quickly do that. Before we now do the prayer. And it was after this that the brook of Egypt was, this brook, which is river and whatever, is in the world history. Do you know what they were doing in this brook? That was why, first of all, YAHUAH attacked the river Nile. The river Nile in Exodus chapter 7 or 8 or 9. Do you know why YAHUAH turned that river into blood? Do you really want to know? In the history, when this river pumped up, pharaohs and all these princes will go to that river. They will masturbate, pour their semen in that river. That is how they celebrate that feast. Because the river pump up, they will masturbate, they will release into that river. So that was what YAHUAH first of all struck that river and turn it into blood. Because they will masturbate on it. At the end of the day, people will still go there and take water and drink from where they pour their semen. This is what they are. So, you know, Allah is Egypt. Allah is the God of Egypt. Islam, they are Egyptians. Always knows that. Both physical and spiritual Egyptians. Because I see some Christian apologists saying Ishmael. Islam did not relate to Ishmael in any form, in any shape. I beg, go and see that. The royal law says so. They are spiritual Egypt, they are also physical Egypt. You remember we are going there the second time. Now the book of YAHUAH'S chapter 44 verses 47. And it was after this that the brook of Egypt was filled above all its sides. Now the river get pumped up, well filled. And all the inhabitants of Egypt went forth. And also the king and princes went forth with tambourines and dances, for it was a great rejoicing in Egypt, and a holiday at the time of the celebration of the seashore. So they are doing it in the seashore. And they went there to rejoice all day long. It's the entire day feast. And when, 48, and when the Egyptians went out to the river to rejoice, as was their custom, all the people of the house of Potiphar went with them, but Zilekah would not go with them, for she said, I am indisposed, that she's in a blood menstrual cycle, and she remained alone in the house, and no other person was with her in the house. 49. And she rose up and ascended to her temple in the house, and dressed herself in priestly garments, and she placed upon her head precious stones of onyx, stones inlaid with silver and gold, and she beautified her face and skin with all sorts of women's purifying liquids, and she perfumed the temple and the house with cassia, so, and frankincense, and she spread myrrh and onyx, and she afterward sat in the entrance of the temple, in the passage of the house, through which Joseph passed to do his work. And behold, Joseph came from the field and entered the house to do his master's work. 15. And he came to the place through which he had to pass, and he saw all the work of Zilekah, and he turned back. He said, this woman, you know, when woman is lusting after you, you know, Ma is lusting after you, you know. Ma is seducing, of course, you know that. Seducing spirit. And woman is also seducing, of course, you know. Say not me and you, because nobody in the house. So this is when he wanted to rape him. You know, they are rapists. Both their sons, Allah daughters, they are all rapists. Egypt is rapist. Islamic Indo is always rapist. 51. And Zilekah saw Joseph turning back from her, and she called out to him, saying, what Allah did, Joseph? Come to thy work, and behold, I will make room for thee until thou shalt have passed to thy seat. 52. And Joseph returned and came to the house, and passed from thence to the place of his seat, and he saw, and he sat down to do his master's work, as usual. And behold, Zilekah came to him, and stood before him in priestly garments, and scent from her cloth was spread to a distance. Perfume, seduction. 53. And she hastened and caught hold of Joseph and his garments, and she said unto him, as the king liveth, if thou wilt not perform my request, thou shalt die this day. And she hastened and stretched forth her hand, her other hand, and drawn a sword from beneath her garment, and she placed it upon Joseph's neck, and she said, rise and perform my request, and if not thou diest this day, death penalty, I will die rather. This is what you need to do in Sharia law grant. This is what you ought to do. Just flee. Joseph fled away. Are you mad? 54. And Joseph was afraid of her, at her doing this thing. And he rose up to flee from her, and she seized the front of his garments, and in the terror of his flight, and the terror of his flight, and the garment flight, or oh my father, let me see, no flight, the garment which Zedekiah seized was torn, and Joseph left the garment in the hand of Zedekiah, and he fled and got out, for he was in fear. 55. And when Zedekiah saw that Joseph's garment was torn, and that he had left it in her hand, and he had fled, she was afraid of her life, lest the report should spread concerning her, and she rose up and attended with Connie and put off the garments in which she was dressed, and she put on her other garment, and she took Joseph's garment. Yeah, she plotted the deception now. So people, family, this is the attitude you need to put on. Joseph fled naked, even though she carried sword, even though she was having the upper hand, because legions of demons is already in her, and that is the legions of demons she wanted to invest inside Joseph through sexual intercourse. But you see how Joseph fought his way out, fled, even while Joseph was facing death penalty, but he still do something. He did not give in, because you cannot put that nonsense in me. You cannot genetically modify my organism. They are rapists. Egyptians, they are rapists. Muslims are rapists, okay? Allah is a rapist God. So they are coming to do it physically, and this is the attitude you need to put on, and this is how you fled away. This is how you fled. You won't allow them to put that nonsense in you. All right, now, should I put the leftover part in the other one we're about to do? Because now we're going to be standing before our enemy, Allah. Quran chapter 4 verses 24 make it so clear that married women is going to be banked. Okay, married woman will be banked in the ground of Islam. Daniel 11, I will quickly read it. This is Islam seed. This passage is still referring to Quran chapter 4 verses 24 gave go ahead for a married woman to be banked. After you have divorced PJC and you're not married to Yahushua, automatically you are a married woman, and that bed should be undefiled. You must honor your marriage, your vows with Yahushua HaMashiach. You must honor it. You must preserve that worship. That sweetness must not be stripped off you. Do all you can, okay, to preserve it unto Abiyawa. Let it take you off your head. It doesn't matter, but let that relationship be preserved. Let them not take it off Abiyawa's mouth, because Abiyawa is using that to illustrate his relationship with you. Daniel chapter 11, verses 37. Neither shall he regard, he's talking about Mahadi, neither shall he regard the God of his father, because we know that came from Ishmael. They're not going to be regarding Yahuwah, nor the desire, not yet, nor the desire of women, nor regard any God, for he shall magnify himself above all. But in his estate, he shall be honored. Okay, I think I will be leaving there. I just want to talk about the desire of the women. Should we take there again? 37. Neither shall he regard the God of his fathers. So Ishmael is not going to be regarding the God of his father, which is Yahuwah. Abraham is his father. He's not going to be regarding Yahuwah. He's going to be regarding Allah. Nor the desire of women. Not there. So let's go now. What is the desire of women? We see Quran already. Okay, Quran already gave go ahead, all right, for a married woman to be banked, okay, after they convert you to Islam. Sorry, you are not protected. Sorry, your private part is not secured. Sorry, you are nothing is going to be undoing that. You are their right hand possession. They will still bang you anyhow as they want it. Now 15, Genesis 3:15, and I was okay. First of all, I think I will be ready. We know a woman here desires something over here. Okay, says, and when the woman saw the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasing to the eyes, and a tree to be desired. She desired the penis of Allah. She ate sexually. 15. And I will put an enmity between you and the woman. Okay, 16. Unto the woman, he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be thy husband, and he shall rule over you. And we see over here very plain that her desire is her husband, but she desire another man. Right away, Yahuwah said, your desire is your husband. And he said this very ruthless, root from Abraham is not going to be, it's not going to allow you to desire your husband. It's going to cause you to desire him. Now, Bartholomew, I'm not going to be reading this chapter 4 verses, the Gospel of Bartholomew chapter 4 verses 57 through 59. We see what that desire is. Okay. Okay, now the book of Genesis chapter 12 verses 10 through 20. That is what I want to see now. When Pharaoh himself wanted to have sexual intercourse with our mama Sarah, that's what they always do in Egypt. You are going there now, okay, to be cleansed in the face of Sharia law. Don't let them have sexual intercourse with you. It is an abomination. It is forbidden. Don't let them do it. That is what we are saying. Now let's read the book of YAHUAH'S. You have the entire story over here. Oh, but this video is getting long, and I'm doing it in the midst of the week, and I need to upload today. Oh, my Father. Okay, chapter 15. And in that year, there was a heavy famine throughout the land of Egypt, of Canaan, and the inhabitants of the land could not remain on account of the famine, for it was very grievous. And Abraham and all belonging to him rose and went down to Egypt on account of the famine. And when they were at the brook Mizraim, which is Egypt, okay, they remained there some time to rest from the fatigue of the road. And Abraham and Sarah were walking at the border of the brook Mizraim, and Abraham beheld his wife Sarah, that she was very beautiful. And Abraham said unto Sarah his wife, since Yahweh has created thee with such a beautiful countenance, I am afraid of the Egyptians, lest they should slay me and take thee away. For the fear of Yahweh is not in them. That's what they always do. The woman from where Moses commit first murder. We read that already in the book of YAHUAH'S chapter 71 verses 1 through 6. We see he was having sexual. He bind the husband, the Hebrew man. The Egyptian man came in. He bind the husband. He now began to have sexual intercourse with his wife in her husband's presence. Exactly what Quran chapter 4 verses 24 said. Verses 5 now. Surely then they shall do this. Say thou at my sister, to all that may ask thee, in order that it be well with me, and that we may live and not put to death, because they will kill the husband that will take the wife. And he was coming to kill the husband. Assuming Moses wasn't there, he would have killed the woman, kill the husband and just take his wife. That is what Muslims, that is what Muhammad do. That is what they are doing. They will kill the husband, they will take you. 6. And Abraham commanded the same to all those. Okay, let's just leave all this. Okay, I will leave all this draggy. Let's just go to what YAHUAH did. And Abraham, the people came, and the king's servant, they now came to report to King Pharaoh that if you see this woman, she's everything. She's everything. She's so pretty. She's so beautiful. And when the officers of the king beheld Sarah, and they were struck with admiration at her beauty. Okay, they now went to go and tell Pharaoh. Okay, they told Pharaoh already 15. And Pharaoh beheld Sarah and pleased him exceedingly. And he was struck with her beauty. And the king rejoiced greatly on her account, and made a present to those who brought him the tidings concerning her. 16. And the woman was then brought to Pharaoh's house. We are going to Pharaoh's house again. And Abraham grieved. Okay, yeah, my wife is in mess. Okay, 17. And Sarah also prayed. Okay, both of them are beginning to pray. Oh, hey, we are before Goliath. So, hey, right dragon, the Allah knows you. Allah knows you. Allah is a vagina, is a thief. It's still a vagina. 18. And we came to this land of, okay, they were still praying, making serious application. If you have it, read the chapter 15. But I won't be able to read, or if you want me, I can read it in the other one. Saying that it's almost 3 hours. And I need to do uploading. 20. And the king came, and let's take it from here. And the king came and sat before Sarah, and behold, an angel of Yahuwah was surrounding over them. And he appeared to Sarah and said to her, do not fear, for Yahuwah has heard thy prayer. As soon as she prayed, angel Yahuwah dispatched angel to surround so that Pharaoh will not defile her. Pharaoh the Jew, you want to sleep with her. 21. And the king approached Sarah and said to her, what is that man to thee? Who brought thee hither? And she said, it's my brother. Okay. 22. And the king said, it is okay, whatever upon us. Okay. Oh, cartoon. Oh, no. It's like, no, it was how many times that night when they approached Abby? Well, Sarah prayed. Okay. Okay. 17 now. Father, okay, yes. Okay, now. Because they said this is what they always do. Okay. Okay, commanded. Oh, my father, where is it now? Okay, let me search for it. Okay, I was right. 23 now. And the king approached to speak to Sarah, and he reached out his hand to touch her. When the angel smote him heavily. The angel smote him heavily, and he was terrified, and he refrained from reaching to her. 24. And when the king came nigh Sarah, the angel smote him to the ground, and uttered doors to him the whole night, and the king was terrified. And the angel on that night smote heavily all the servants of the king and his whole household on account of Sarah. And there was a great lamentation that night amongst the people of Pharaoh's house. And Pharaoh, seeing the evil that befell him, said, surely on account of this woman has this thing happened to me. And he removed himself at some distance from her and spoke pleasing word to her. So Abiwa is able to repeat this sign again. And this is what you are going to be seeing in the Sharia law. I'm speaking to the 28% elect. If you study your ground very well. And this is what Abiwa is going to be doing to any man that want to rape you. His angel will be dispatched. Use it to pray. I'm done. His angel will be dispatched, surround you. Whenever they make any attempt to rape you, you're going to be seeing the power. You're going to be seeing Yahuwah in you. And this is what you're going to be doing to them. You're going to smite them all. You're going to plague them all. So they can behead you. But sexual intercourse is not allowed. Thank you, Abba. I bless your holy mightiness. So on the Shabbat, we do the Jericho we must to go. Maybe we'll elaborate more on this very one. I don't want to proceed more than this. It is okay in order for me to be able to upload. Thank you, Abba. I love you so much. All right, family. On the Shabbat, we do the Jericho, which is Islam. Okay, I'm out.